Listen, boys, no.
He just leaves, or did you
What?
kick him?
What? I didn't kick him. What is going on here? Oh my God. What's up, man? Jeez.
It's gonna be a long night.
It's going to be a long night.
What the fuck is going on here?
So, Mitch, how you been, man? How you been this
I'm
week?
good. I'm pretty good, man. How are you?
I'm doing okay, I guess. I'm sorry I was running late. I went to the grocery store and plenty of groceries, but no bananas and no toilet paper. I'm like, who's eating banana and shitting and wiping their butt all day long? That's what I want to know.
Shouldn't the bananas prevent that? Like,
No, the bananas actually
back you up a little bit?
No, the bananas make you go.
I thought bananas make you go.
Yeah.
Well, it was funny though. I went to the grocery store last night and no paper towels, no toilet paper, no nothing. And
That's ridiculous.
I was like, I just came here for like some paper towels. That's all, you know.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm guessing people are using paper towels as a substitute for toilet paper.
I was talking to the cashier. I was just joking around. I said, "What's up with the toilet paper?" She goes, "I don't know. I don't know who.
Yeah, right.
I don't know who told these people they got to stock up on toilet paper." I had one lady come in today, and she goes, "Yeah, someone came in today and bought a big old batch of napkins."
Yep,
I'm like,
that's
"Well,
me. I did."
I'm like,
Single
"Well,"
wipe.
I said, "What are you gonna have a picnic?" And she goes, "Nope, I'm gonna have a party." I said, "Yep, you're gonna have a party in your pants." And my wife looked at me and they kind of giggled, and I was like, "God damn it, I'm the dad." It was a fucking dad joke.
Guardian down.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 33 of Guardian Downcast. We're a couple of dads who talk about all things in the Destiny universe and discuss other things in gaming and entertainment as well. I'm your host, The Gator, and my co-host Hazel is here as well. How you doing, man?
Oh man, doing all right. I was think I caught the COVID-19.
Everybody drink.
No. Yeah, exactly. No, not really. Just, general sickness. My daughter brought it home from somewhere or another, and then my wife got it, and I was like, haha, you got it, and I didn't.
Man.
Fucking karma's a bitch. So,
yeah.
Yep.
Damn. Man, you've been going through the illnesses this year, that's for sure.
Yep. All the joy of having
little ones. Yep.
Exactly. All right, how about you, man?
Well, I made the mistake of, I was making dinner the other night for my wife. I made the mistake of tuning into the local news, which I never watch. Now I'm in my house disinfecting everything, including my dogs. My daughter's in San Francisco right now on spring break, and I'm worried as hell on that flight home. So, yeah, just a little paranoid. Just a little. Well, good deal. Good to hear, man.
My wife didn't find out about COVID-19 until roughly maybe 2 days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she started telling me everything that was going on with it, and I was just like, yeah, I think I heard about this.
Oh shit.
So yeah.
Oh man.
So,
well, this shall pass. It will. So let's not. I'm not going to bring the show down. Screw that. We're here to have some fun. And speaking of fun, we've got an exciting guest to introduce tonight. He's a dad, a gamer, and probably one of our most notorious community members, our friend Mitchyslaps, a.k.a. Gator's 100th YouTube subscriber. How you doing, man?
Shameless plug.
I'm great. How are you?
Good, man. Good. I'm glad you're with us tonight, man. I know we had some technical issues before we started, but we're here. We got it. We got it working. So
trust me, I understand technical difficulties.
All right. Let me give a quick rundown of the show tonight. We're going to catch up and hear Mitch's story here. We're going to test
Easy
his...
for you to say.
I know. We're going to test his Twitch reflexes with our new and improved fast fire session we call the Speed Run. Next, we're going to catch up in the last week in entertainment and gaming. Hazel's going to go over the TWAB this week. And with the newly released season of The Worthy from Bungie, we're going to talk about our first impressions. Finally, we'll answer Twitter and Discord questions from our community and add 2 songs each from everyone here for our Guardian Downcast playlist on Spotify and now iTunes. Hey, boys, let's get us going. Oh, my God. Should I call you Mitch? What would you like to be called tonight?
No, yeah, Mitch is fine.
Mitch?
Yeah.
Mitch is your first name, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I made this whole persona against someone else's name.
No shit. Oh, well, I'm going to call you Mitchy. All right, sounds good.
That's fine, yeah.
well, let's start out where we start out with all our guests. Tell a bit about yourself. You know, what's your profession? You have any kids? Where you from? All that good stuff.
All right. So I'm a physical therapist assistant. I work in a nursing home, a skilled nursing facility. I have a specialization in dementia care.
Really?
Yeah. So I live in Pennsylvania with my lovely wife and my stepson.
Cool deal.
And yeah, so I'm originally from northern New York, and it was a big change to move to a big city like Philly. I was there for about 4 years, and then I met my now wife, and then she bought a house, and we moved out to the burbs. So yeah, that's about it. No, I love my life.
Shameless plug. I like that too. Good job.
You covered all your bases.
Just in case she listens.
You're good. She's probably in another room listening.
Other room. She's like literally 4 feet away from me laying on the couch.
Oh, crap. No, be careful what you say tonight. All right.
Oh, no, that's fine. She knows I'm weird.
Okay.
So tell us about your gaming history.
So I was rooting through a closet one day. I was like 5 years old, and I found this box, and it said NES on it. And I pulled it out of the closet. It's brand new in the box. I'm like, Mom, what is this? And she goes, oh, that's your dad's Nintendo. She goes, he's never used it, and it's like literally been sitting in there for like 4 years. And I was just like, well, can we plug it in? She goes, I don't know how. So I started with the NES, and then kind of just owned a little bit of everything on the way up to the current generations. You know, just I grew up with a brother that's 4 years younger than me, so I was always fighting over the one controller. And yeah, that was very fun.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes, I think.
Yeah, until we finally got the 360 was like our first console that really had like online 2-player games that we could play together.
Mm-hmm. So did you go the Xbox? You went the Xbox route, not the PS route?
I'm trying to think. So like I was kind of always like a generation behind in a sense. Like I was the kid who like mooched off the friends who had the consoles.
Okay, I got you.
Just because like I played a lot of hockey, and like that was expensive, so it was like really hard to justify like getting a console like every generation. So I would kind of just like wait until we had a really great like secondhand store for games next to us, and like that's where we used to get our consoles and things like that. So I mean, I kind of had PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. I kind of like owned everything. Like it was just like a generation behind. So
right.
Until like 360, I finally caught up.
I totally skipped Sega altogether. I don't know. I think I was just so enthralled with Nintendo, I never looked anywhere else.
Yeah, I had a Genesis, and I really kind of missed that.
Really?
Yeah, I loved my Genesis.
That had what games did the Sega Genesis have on it? You remember?
My go-to was Sonic,
Okay.
and like there was an NHL. I think there was like a really poorly made NHL game for that my brother and I would play. But
Gotcha.
yeah,
What was it? Predator 2, I think. It's not Sega Genesis.
I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this: how did you find this gaming community of dads? I mean, this. When I say this gaming community, I mean we're talking about probably, at least for me, 5 or 6 different Discords. How
Like
did you,
like where it all started.
yeah, where did it all start? How did you get your foot into this community? Where did it first step?
So I guess I'll start with Destiny because I had a friend who suckered me into it. Like he was already like a couple weeks into D1, and he's like, dude, you got to get this game, because he had no one to play with.
Mm-hmm.
And then about a year in, he kind of just like fell off the map with the game and decided it wasn't for him anymore. So I also fell off the game. So I missed like year 2, year 3, and then D2 came out. I was like, I got to get this because I remember enjoying D1. So I got it, and a couple of my college friends played it, like old college friends. I met up with them, and we played it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started to fall off. And then I was like, you know what, screw this. Like, I'm not going to miss out on a great game because I don't have friends to play with. So I literally just like Googled podcasts, and I found Derp, and kind of like trickled into every single Discord from there on. I think I found Potato Thumbs at like episode, I think maybe like 90 or something like that. Forget which one they're on, but yeah, I was definitely behind the curve when it came to like finding the communities. I had no idea what Discord was. I had no idea, that like Twitter was a huge thing for the gaming community. So I literally just Googled podcasts and started there.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, what communities could you say you're a part of or been a part of other than Derp?
Oh God, looking at the list on the side of my Discord right now, there's too many to count. But Death RX, which is Potato Thumbs, Distinguished Gentleman, Bads, you guys.
Well, it used to be Amp, I think, right?
Yeah, I have Amp on my list that I wrote down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about that one where that Elmer Fudd's in? What's that one called?
So that's just like because he streams on Twitch.
I'm in it.
Are you in there?
Yeah. Just some Guardians. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to rib them whenever I can.
Yeah, I'm not in Just Some Guardians anymore. It was just like I had to trim a little bit out because I was literally just like on it all the time. So I was like, because I'm in his like personal Twitch one, I was like, oh, I don't really like. He was really, not to sound mean, but like he was one of the only people I really talked to on a consistent basis.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'll just stay in one of his servers and not be in both.
Well, it's funny to say that. Fudd checked in with me tonight and says, you all good with host? Hazel going to be okay? I'm like, because I guess he heard you were sick. I was like, dude, that is the classiest thing anyone has ever done. I says, I always know you got my back, but...
Oh, dude, Fudd is top-notch, man.
He's a great guy.
Amazing.
He's a great guy.
He is.
And he did pop in super early tonight. I just got a hair of it as he was popping in as I was sitting down. But I'll definitely put that in the intro. But
nah, you can't meet a nicer guy in this community, honestly.
He is, man. He is selfless. He's just you know what? He's one of those guys that just walks in, and I think he's put a smile on everybody's face. I think he's that kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure. Nothing like talking about Elmer Fudd to put a smile on everybody's face.
I'm already in a good mood now.
Oh, you betcha. Oh, yeah. We literally just grab audio from each other all the time.
Oh, I love it. I'll probably put right about here, I'll put an Elmer Fudd clip.
There's just something about like a gun barrel right against your nuts. It just does it for me.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Nice little double entendre.
Absolutely.
All right. So you told us about how you found Destiny and that. What about a favorite memory or favorite moment that you have?
From gaming?
Gaming or Destiny or both.
Okay.
Well, what is it? What is it about Destiny? I mean, I guess
so
that's part of the question.
Oh yeah, so for Destiny, I mean, I just really enjoyed like having like group activities.
Yeah.
And like meeting people to play with, because like sometimes playing alone it just gets boring. Like for any game. Like sometimes like I need it just for like the social aspect, So it's really nice to like, grab a group of 4 or 6 and like go do a raid or, go play Gambit and bitch about it for a while and hate it, but love it at the same time,
I really miss that. I really miss having that weekly raid team. I'm gonna have to get one back again.
Yeah, I'd be down to raid sometime. I
mean, where I came from, we had a raiding team that was dedicated. I mean, we had 6 or 7 people. That's all. Every Tuesday, we were, we didn't work. We all made sure we were there together. We ran our characters 3 times, done. And I miss those days.
Yeah, man. Like I'm in a group with Cyborg. He's part of my raid team.
Cyborg Sasquatch. Yeah.
Yeah. From
Destiny Reset podcast.
Yeah. Oh wow, I don't know why I was drawing a huge blank there, but yeah.
No, I listen to them all the time. I like those guys.
So yeah, we've been trying to get Arrow to join in on the raid team because he's never raided. Well, he hasn't raided in D2 because Arrow's more PvP, and like Cyborg's just a PvE whore. Yeah, so it's nice to like we've fallen off recently. Like we play like 1 or 2 people at a time, but like we just haven't like had the desire to really raid. I've kind of like I had a bitter taste in my mouth after like just beating our heads against the wall for is it the Garden of
Salvation.
Salvation.
I've yet
that, yeah.
I've yet to run it. I haven't run it yet.
Yeah, we ran it day one, and it kind of just like left a sour taste in our mouth. But
So what was it about it that left that sour taste in your mouth? I'm just curious.
oh, I
just
mean, the fact
because-
that like we aren't like those top tier players, so like we were getting down on ourselves for no reason, knowing that we weren't really meant to beat that content day one. You know, it's just tough to get my head around that. Like I'm not at that level, but want to be.
Mhm.
So like we were in that raid for like 9-10 hours just trying to figure it out, and it's fun. Like you get a couple encounters in, and you feel like you're doing okay, and then like the power delta goes up and you're like, no, we're not okay. Yep, we are not prepared. No, so sorry, yeah, that was a huge tangent, but for Destiny it was definitely clearing Last Wish flawlessly to finish up our seal for Ribbon's Bane. That was definitely my Destiny memory. I don't have a Trump memory, I don't have a PvP memory really. Like I've never really.
Yeah,
that's not me.
I got you. Well, you have any other hobbies other than gaming?
Yeah. So right now I'm kind of sidelined, but I play hockey, go to the gym. I try my hand at a couple like woodworking hobbies and stuff like that. Like I have a hockey stick table I need to finish, but it's one of those things where like you kind of like unmotivated for it, so you don't want to like do poor work and ruin it,
Yeah.
So yeah, just mostly just gaming, sports, stuff like that.
You, Boost, and Jesse all do hockey now.
Yeah, I played since I was 5 years old, and luckily like I found a place near me that has 4 rinks, so I can play once a week. Yeah, our bar league team won the championship, and then we kind of all like disbanded. We're like, nah, we're good, we won, we're done. Like I was like, well, I mean, you can still play.
Go out on top kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of we did, because some guys are moving away for jobs, and 2 other guys had kids, so it's tough to get like a full team together at 10 o'clock at night, because the older guys have to play late, so the kids aren't out late.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So this is usually Gator's question, so I'm going to steal it.
No, you can steal it. Go ahead.
So I got to know, man, about the gamer tag.
No, wait a minute. The myriad of gamer tags.
Well, that's the other part of the question too, though.
Yeah,
is,
you can answer both.
Yep. What other gamer tags have you had in the past?
I'll start with the ones from the past. So like Xbox 360 was, you could share an account, like you could play like split screen. So our first game that my brother and I played together was like Call of Duty 3, and we fought over what our game tag would be. So we were just like, listen, we both play hockey. Let's just, it was like, he's a goalie, I was a defenseman, so we couldn't like do positional stuff. Like, okay, but play like hockey, whatever, and then our numbers, and like that was our shared account for like 4 years. And then like I finally I got a little job at the ice cream shop, and I got my own Xbox so that we could play together, but on our own TVs. And I just I had a little bit of a beard then, so I just named myself the Beard MB.
I never knew that was you. Oh my god, it's now coming together. Holy shit!
That was my name. God, since like through college and like until I met everybody here.
Yeah.
And then like I shaved, so I was like, I'm living a lie. I can't be the Beard MB anymore. So like I just went through and changed my name. So I was in like I was in like one of the mod channels for, I think it was for AMP, and I just asked the guys, I was like, hey, like, what do you guys think? I'm trying to change my name. Like maybe I'll change it to something like Mitchy with a play on words. So there was a list of names, and I should have looked them up before I got on tonight. But it was like literally like everyone's at work, and we were just like coming up with all these dumb names, and that's where I landed on Mitchyslaps for play on words for bitch slap. But then I was like, well, I play hockey, so I can just name myself Mitchyslaps because I also play hockey, slap shots, name's Mitch. That works. So that's where I landed.
Makes sense now.
And then my Twitter Discord is money over, or my Twitter handle is money over Mitch's.
It's like I had to message you and say, what is your Twitter again? I'm looking for Mitchyslaps. It's nowhere on here. I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah. Good luck finding that one.
Okay. I heard there was some issues with that, so I won't get into it.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I like this question because we always seem to get an exclusive every time we ask this one.
Yeah.
What is the one thing about you that no one else knows, or maybe no one in our community knows, or our listeners know?
So I haven't played them in quite some time, but I am pretty good at playing the French horn.
Really?
And I have a trumpet. I haven't played in a while, but I played the trumpet for a couple of years in jazz band,
Yeah.
just like to try different instruments out. I
Mhm.
tried the saxophone. I fucking hated it. Like,
That's what I played.
I-
What's wrong with the saxophone?
I dude. So
Is it the reed?
we're like-
the reed thing?
it was a mixture. I mean, because I played brass instruments my entire life, so
Right.
like it was my senior year of high school, and my band instructor was like, listen, you should try something else. Like, he goes, we have a bunch of instruments over there. Go grab one, and like we'll learn.
Wow.
So
That's
my
crazy.
dumbass grabbed a saxophone.
It looks
I
good. doesn't it?
played nothing but 3-finger brass for like
Oh.
7 years.
Now it's 8 fingers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was like literally sitting next to my friend. So he was, they have like NYSMA, which is like the New York State Music Association.
Oh,
Like he was like the NYSMA solo, like perfect score and everything. So I'm literally like in the middle of like practice. I'm like, I'm not even looking at the sheet music. I'm basically just looking at his hands. So I would sit with him to my left so I could see both of his hands. I was like, this isn't going to work out. But yeah, French horn and trumpet were my go-to.
French horns were very hard to stay in tune. I know the French horns in my band, all through junior high and high school, they all sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, they would always be out of tune, and I'm like, well, you know what? You don't know how to play the French horn. It's probably a really difficult instrument to play. Is it how much different is it than a trumpet? Is it much more air? Or?
So if you want to be loud, like my instructor wanted me to be a lot of the times, you had to pump out more air. But I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't always just, being as loud as you could. But I really had a hard time getting the high pitched notes.
Oh yeah, I can
So it was
see
one of
that.
those things where I would kind of like BS my way through that one,
Yeah.
kind of hide in the shadows if I could.
I got you.
But yeah, I mean, I grew up in a kind of a poor area, so like our French horn was literally like 4 French horns that were Frankenstein monstered together.
Was it all like corroded and like all kinds of patina and stuff on it? I bet it
Well,
was.
luckily we found some brass cleaner and actually cleaned it up a little bit, so it didn't look disgusting on stage. But like they had to
Dude,
bring.
you got to find a picture of that.
Oh my god! I mean, I don't have a picture of it, and
I
it's
know.
probably long gone. That was
Sure.
15 years ago at this point.
Sure.
And they had to bring it to maintenance and get a new bell soldered onto the front of it.
What?
Yeah, someone
Wow.
used it because I had to share the actual horn, but I had my own mouthpiece. I had to share the horn with someone from junior high,
Oh my
and
god.
she dropped it during one of her practice sessions.
Oh my god.
To the point where it was demolished. But like everything else worked very great, but like all the other things were just in bad shape. So he brought everything to the maintenance guy, and he literally brought it home and soldered
He soldered a new bell on it.
Yeah,
Oh, it definitely looked like a Frankenstein now.
yeah.
That is crazy, dude. I'm glad I asked
Yeah.
that question. Oh man, that's crazy.
Wow. I'm just trying to think about that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sure his solder was not clean either. I bet you it was all over the place.
It wasn't perfect, but it got the job done.
Okay, all right.
Like all the sound made it through the end.
Oh, that's just crazy.
well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, what was the last game that you played outside of Destiny? Or how often do you branch out outside of Destiny?
Well, honestly, like Destiny's kind of taken a back seat until this week when I decided to try the new content. And I mean, I honestly was just playing whatever FUD's been playing. We've been going through Division 2 new content. The
Yeah.
Warlords of New York is awesome content. It's so good. Apex.
You can't tell me stuff like that.
No.
Oh, I don't care. It was so good. Like even just for like the story alone, but like they've made some major improvements to their
Sorry, man.
UI and stuff like that.
I got bunker bounties to run. Sorry. We'll get into that in a minute.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. I've been working on my bunker bounties. Apex, we kind of love-hate relationship with that one right now.
Yeah.
And then the new COD BR came out. What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, so Fudd and I popped in there. We actually just got our first win last night. He posted a video of it. It was
nice.
Yeah, it was great.
Awesome.
It's a great feeling.
I was watching a little bit of it last night. I think it was Summit 1G. I think was playing it, and
those guys are ridiculous, man.
that guy's crazy, dude.
Diego had a 24 kill game.
Jeez.
It's just like I'm lucky to get 24 in a night.
I feel bad. I sometimes I can't watch that stuff because I'm like, man, I really suck. I need to just go back and play Destiny.
I've learned to watch them and like just to learn tactics rather than like know that I'm not going to be as good as them, but I can pick up things from them. So
sure, like
we've learned like how some like good movements work and like things to buy from the store so that we can be in the right direction of where we got to be. Like spend our money wisely instead of hoarding it because if you don't use it and you die, you lose it. So
okay.
Yeah.
It looked more simple. It looked simpler. Like you pick up a weapon, there's no attachments or any of that crap you have to worry about.
Well, you can pick up better guns and they have better attachments. And trust me, like you want the guns with more attachments. So you don't have to pick up the attachments individually. You find guns and the guns have.
But all you have to do is just keep dropping guns and picking up new ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's interesting. It's fun. It's free. You might as well try it.
I'm probably gonna do it eventually, but. Like I said, I want to play Trials, man. I'm trying to get my light up.
Lies. Yeah.
I'm an optimist. Come on.
Yeah. How's Last of Us going, man? Anyway.
Are you talking to me? Yeah, it's been on the back burner lately. Yeah.
Well, question for you, sir. Give us one gaming memory from your past that's had an impact on you.
I'm gonna have to say the first time I beat Mike Tyson in Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh my God, it was my game too, man.
Yeah.
You beat Mike Tyson?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
When you finally learned the button, when you finally learned the right button presses and you had the timing down perfectly. I remember I was in the arcade when I did it. Sorry, not my story, your story.
No, you're okay. Go ahead. I don't care.
No, dude, that was my favorite game as a kid. I mean, I put so much money in that damn game.
I'm glad you mentioned like the arcade version because we have a bar around here called Barcade, and they have Punch Out arcade version, and I don't like it compared to the NES version.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like I don't know because the system was old or something, and it just wasn't as responsive. But like, it wasn't the same,
What's really weird though is the Nintendo version, which I played the hell out of that too. It was actually looked as good to me as that arcade version because back then, the home consoles were catching up with the arcade graphics. They weren't quite there, but they were damn close. I mean, and Punch Out was one of those games. Damn, it was just like the game, man. Just like the arcade. It was really nice. But
yeah, so it took me 3 years to finally beat that game. I started when I was 5. Granted, and every time I would get to a checkpoint, I would write the code down. Right. On his paper plate. And this paper plate, this paper plate was 3 years old, like by the time I put the game. It was battered, it was beaten. You could barely read some of the numbers because like it gives you like a phone number that you have to like put in to get to that certain checkpoint. And I was probably on that Mike Tyson checkpoint for 2.5 years. Wow. I would play the lower guys like when my dad wasn't home, and I would just like get through there and like learn the fights and and just handle them. But then, like, I would wait for the Mike Tyson fight from my dad because he wanted to, watch me beat it. That man watched me for 2.5 years try to beat Mike Tyson.
God.
I mean, granted,
that's awesome.
At the end of the day, he's, construction guy, just, sat down and wanted to relax. So, he would appease me, at the TV. And I was 8 years old. I finally beat Mike Tyson. Like, he was more excited than I was for it, honestly. Like, I was, like, glad it was over with. And like, I'm pretty sure I've seen him less excited at my sporting events than he was when I beat Mike Tyson.
Oh my God.
So that's my memory.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, okay. This is the last question I have for him. This is one we ask a lot of our guests every week. Not including the playlist songs. what was the last song you listened to today?
That would be Godzilla by Eminem.
Isn't that a great song? It's too bad that rapper died. I think he had like the Guinness World Record for the fastest rap, didn't he?
Who?
Oh God, you had to ask me that.
Juice World.
It was because Godzilla. I love that. It's one of my favorite songs from his new album. And I was, you know how close I've been to adding that to our song list.
It was one of my close ones as well. It was in my top like 4.
I mean, my wife says you got to listen to this new song. It's called Godzilla from Eminem. I'm like, Eminem's got a new album out?
Yeah, the album's really good. I don't really care for much of like the slower stuff. Like I'm Leaving Heaven stuff and Darkness, and those aren't my style. Like,
well, Godzilla I think is the best song on the album. I think it is. But if you have an iPhone, you can turn on the lyrics and they'll pop up as just like karaoke. And you should do you remember his name, Hazel? The rapper that's really fast that sings it with him?
Is it? I thought Juice World.
It could be him.
I don't know.
I know he passed. He passed like just weeks after the album came out. It was crazy, man. But if you watch the lyrics, you can't even keep up with your eyes how fast he's rapping. It's crazy, man.
Have you seen people try to do the challenge?
No, I haven't.
So he posted on Instagram. Eminem did a challenge. Like he would post your challenge if like you could rap through and audibly hear the words to that riff in Godzilla where he just starts rapping so fast. But yeah, I've seen some really really good attempts. I've seen some really bad attempts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely it's a good song to turn on during the gym. Definitely.
Well, that's a great
dude,
that's
Juice World.
Juice World. Yeah,
that's
that's a damn good song, man. I'm not even a big rap guy. I'm like the antithesis of Fluffy. I listen to a lot of classic rock and stuff, but that song just gets me, man. It just gets you in a good mood.
Yeah. See, I learned about is it Minnesota? I think it was based rapper Prof from Fluffy.
Okay.
He added Prof to our list, and I've started
Is
listening to him from there. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Gasoline's my favorite song.
I like
it's
that.
Such a good song.
That. I was playing it at work one day, and one guy's like, "What the hell are you listening to?" And then he liked it too. So
yeah,
it's contagious.
Definitely.
Hazel, you got anything left?
Oh,
I know we had some Destiny questions, but I figured let's just put those when we talk about Destiny. When we get to that part of the show.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on Twitter?
Yeah, I was gonna.
What about it?
You want to
just throwing it out there?
Yeah,
just throwing it out there.
How you like Twitter?
I love Twitter.
Okay.
I love getting under people's skin. I love bullshit with people.
Okay.
I like being controversial. Like I will literally argue with someone even if I agree with them. Like 100% agree with them, and I will find a way to just get under their skin to see how they react.
Oh my god! Wow.
You sound like
Call me toxic.
That's cool. That's
Nice.
all we need to know about that.
Yeah, I kind of flag on Twitter sometimes. So
that's all right.
I don't need to get in trouble again.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you sharing your life with us. It's always cool
Definitely.
It's the best part of this show, I think, is the interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Talk, getting to know more about people. And you're one dude I didn't know a whole lot about. So thanks, man. I appreciate you coming on tonight.
I try to keep it that way. No.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm kidding.
I know. Well, hey guys, let's move on. I think we got a speed run to do, don't we, Hazel?
Oh no.
I believe so, but I know that he's been practicing. So
No, I have not.
He messaged me separately and was like, "Hey, can you send me the questions?"
Has Fudd,
Yeah.
No way. Has Fudd been coaching you? I hope he hasn't.
No.
He's tied
No.
for he's tied for one of the lead, right? Him and Drafty have the lead right now at 20.
Did you see what I wrote underneath that part though?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
It's gonna be a quick run.
I guess we'll find out.
30 questions, 30 answers.
Just
They're all
keep
gonna be Ryan
in
Reynolds.
mind they have to be in context, and Hazel is the judge. So we'll leave it to I'll throw Hazel all those answers.
We'll leave it to that $5 bill I Venmo'd Hazel.
Okay.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
All right. I see.
But that's
All
going to
right.
get him 5 free answers. I'll tell you that.
Okay, that'll work. That'll work. All right. We'll be right back.
Call the Praxic Order, call the Thanatonauts, the Jinsen Scribes, call everyone so they can witness you.
All right, it's that time of the week. It is time for the speed run. This is where we have a database of over 125 randomly asked questions, and Mitchy here is going to have 60 seconds to answer as many as he can. These are short 1 or 2 word answers, and we're going to keep track of how many questions were answered by our featured guest in each episode. The questions are randomly asked, so no one can memorize the order. And just answer quickly, whatever comes to mind. At the end of the year, the guest with the most questions answered will win a prize. So tonight, as usual, I'm going to ask the questions randomly from our list. Hazel is the timekeeper and quality control expert. In the event of a questionable answer, Hazel's decision will be final. You all set, Mitchy?
Yep.
You got this. You got this, man. You got this.
Oh, sure.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Warlock, Titan, or Hunter?
Warlock.
Favorite gaming console?
Xbox.
What is your favorite Destiny planet?
Earth.
Dogs or cats?
Cats.
Star Trek or Wars?
Wars.
Anna Bray or Ada 1?
Anna Bray.
Sunset or sunrise?
Sunset.
Can you solve a Rubik's Cube?
No.
UFC or WWE?
UFC.
Who would play you in a movie about your life?
Ryan Reynolds.
Are you ticklish?
No.
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
What is your favorite summer activity?
Hockey.
Electric or acoustic guitar?
Electric.
Tesla truck, yes or no?
Yes.
Lefty or righty?
Righty.
Where is your ideal vacation?
Bermuda.
Pineapple on pizza?
No.
Mac or PC?
PC.
Do you have a tattoo?
Yes.
Do you like black licorice?
No.
Cars or trucks?
Cars.
Sims games, yes or no?
No.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Time.
Oh my god, dude. You just shredded that shit.
He was fucking moving.
I have a feeling I know. I have a feeling I know how many he answered because I'm listing them right here. And I'm like, I'm running out. I'm like, God, please let the clock end because I'm running out of questions to ask.
Dude, so when you asked that question about who would play me in like the story of my life,
That worked out.
dude, I was like, it actually worked. Ryan Reynolds actually worked.
Oh my god, that is awesome.
To be fair, it'd probably be more like Seth Rogen, but
That is awesome. I'm just guessing here, Hazel, but what do we got?
24.
Damn,
yes.
dude, that's gonna be
my God.
so hard to beat. That might.
Wow.
I don't know, Hazel. I know we got a lot of year left, but that may hold up.
Whew.
I don't know. I've got some faith in our community.
Okay, that's that. Damn, dude, you freaking burned that. You made our little contest seem very simple. We always get someone stuck on stuff, but you just kept rolling, man. Let this be an idea of how to win this game, right?
Whew.
Dude, I'm impressed.
I had to take a lap.
Dude, I'm impressed. That was awesome. That was awesome. Well, hey, just a side note, I just want to let everybody know we still have that channel in our Discord called Speedrun Question Ideas. So if you have an idea for next year or next season's speedrun, let us know. We'll be sure to get it in there for next season.
Definitely.
Well, good deal, man. Good job, and
man.
let's let's move on.
Oh man. So Fudd told me, I was like, dude, just pop into the Discord randomly. I was like, just my luck, you'll pop in like during the speed run.
Fatality.
That was awesome, man.
He's my emotional support animal.
Well, I'm glad we didn't. We were going to ask what's your spirit animal. That comes up every now and then. It's in that list.
Spirit animal. That would have been a hard one.
That would have been tough.
But I mean, I probably would have said cat.
I think the hardest one we have is what is your motto? I think that's the hardest one we got.
I really enjoy Admiral Nips's motto. Like what you like and don't apologize. But
I hear that so many times, and I always think that I want that to be my motto.
And it's hard to it would be hard to answer that in a speed run because like some people's mottos are longer than others. So
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Whew.
let's talk about what we've been watching and playing this week, guys.
He's so riled up right now. He's like,
I can't help it.
He's hyped, man. He's hyped.
yep.
Well,
exactly.
let's talk about what we've been watching and gaming this week. Let's start with what we've been watching this week. And Mitch, take a drink, take a breath.
Yeah,
Everything's back down to earth now.
Don't forget.
No pressure right now.
No pressure, dude. Now the tough part's over, man. You're good. What have you been watching this week? You been watching any TV or shows or streaming or anything like that?
Yeah, I kind of just like watch whatever my wife is watching sometimes.
Mhm.
So she watches some random stuff, reality TV shows. Like, oh my God, Love is Blind. It was kind of addicting how dumb the people were. So we watched that a lot.
Cool.
We watched it. I think it's called Bad Date.
Why does
It
that
was
sound
like,
familiar? Is that a movie?
It's on Netflix. It's a sketch comedy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the name of the two actors.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I
But
saw.
like they're
it
they're married in real life.
Is it episodic or is it a one big show? You remember?
Episodic.
Okay,
It's
I think I saw the
episodic
first
mostly,
episode. Okay.
Yeah, it's really done well, and it's funny. Like it's right up my alley kind of humor. The Office is always on. Like it's literally on right now. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. There's a pattern. I like comedies.
Yeah, my wife loves that show.
And I cannot remember the name of it. It's Spencer Undercover, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie on Netflix.
Mhm.
How did
Yeah,
you
I
like
watched
it?
Pretty good.
I haven't seen that one yet. How'd you like it?
It was a little slow, but it definitely picks up towards like the last 20 minutes, like 20, 30 minutes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a play on like the original Spencer for Hire with what's the hell's his name? Like Avery Jones and I think Avery somebody.
Okay.
I'm not
Like
sure.
from like
Yeah.
the 80s TV show. That's for Gator.
Oh.
That kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Well, it's funny you said Spencer for Hire because I was about to finish your sentence like I normally do and tell you, oh, Spencer for Hire. Yeah, I know that show. I'm glad I didn't say anything, though.
Well, you would have been right either way.
Yeah, I would have. Kind of.
Yeah, I started the first episode of Altered Carbon. I liked that. I need to get into that more.
Did you see the first season?
I know. I'm literally like I watched the
Oh,
first
oh,
episode
oh,
of the
dude,
first season.
Dude, this first season's really good. It's really good. Yeah, keep going with that one, man. It's a little slow because there's a lot to pick up on. There's a lot going on in that show, but definitely hang in there, man, because it gets really good.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically what I've been watching this week.
All right. Hazel, what about you, man? You've been sick, so you probably had a lot of TV time. If you're not gaming, that is.
I've tried.
Okay.
So for me, being sick, I was trying to take full advantage of it, and I checked out Castlevania because I saw there was a new season of it, and I was like, I looked and it got really good reviews. So I was checking it out, and I'm like, I really don't like them. So I bailed on that. And then I put on The Office for a little bit. It's always good for a laugh.
Can't go wrong.
Yep, exactly. And then after that, Spencer for Hire or Spencer Undercover, whatever it is. And then, lo and behold, my daughter over at the Sitters discovered something on Netflix called Pokemon.
Oh boy.
So,
Did it have Ryan Reynolds in it?
no.
Oh, it's not the movie. Got you.
No. Yeah, not Detective Pikachu. That's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, spoiler
That's on
alert there.
HBO right now, I think.
Yep, it is. Yes. But yeah, this was some animated movie about Pokemon and this kind of thing. And my daughter has been going like, Pika, Pika, all the time now. And then, so I was like, all right, let's watch Detective Pikachu. So we sat down. It took us like 3 nights to watch it, but we were watching it and she's just like over the moon by it all. And then my wife tonight, like we finish it up tonight and she's like, why don't we check out Pokemon Go? Fun fact, that's a mistake. Don't ever do it. So yeah, she started walking around pretty much like the entire house looking for Pokemon. And then I found out that you can actually like put your Pokemon that you collect like in random places. So I put a big fish on her bed, and then I was like, "Hey, look at the phone." And then she saw it and she screamed at the top of her lungs.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. So for me, it's been all pretty much Pokemon
That's great.
all the time.
Joy of having kids, man.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
How many movies have you watched?
No, Season of the Worthy came out this week, so we only saw one movie, and I mentioned it last week. I went to see The Way Back with starring Ben Affleck.
Oh, yeah.
With my parents and my wife. I talked them into this AMC Stubs thing, and we're trying to keep them active in it so they feel they're getting their money's worth. And it's also an awesome idea because we get to see them every couple weeks. They live a little bit away from us, about good 30, 40 minutes, and it's a good excuse for us to go visit and get some dinner afterwards, so it's really nice. We usually see a late afternoon one, and then by the time we're done with the movie, it's dinner time, so it works out really nice. I tell you what, I thought this was going to be like a Disney feel-good inspirational movie. No, not really. Overall, it was a decent movie, but this is not your typical inspirational movie. It's very gritty, and it's kind of realistic. Not to go into too much detail, but Ben Affleck has some demons, and he has to deal with them. And I'll just say this: the ending is a little surprising. It isn't the way I envisioned this movie ending. So, for that reason, it's probably worth a watch. If it comes out in streaming, if you want to see it at the theater, it's still out there. And so yeah, that was the only movie this week. Okay, I give this one maybe a C+. If I was to give it some kind of grade. Most people know my taste in movies by now, so a C+. It was worth my time, but I didn't walk out of the theater going, man, that was a great movie. So, and of course, we got to talk about this, Hazel. The Outsider from HBO. We watched the season finale. What'd you think,
fantastic. Man? I loved it.
The ending was
every minute
freaking weird, man.
What?
The ending was weird because I don't want to spoil anything. It's so hard to talk about stuff when you can't spoil it, but. You thought it was good? Okay, let me ask you this: do you think there'll be another season?
Yes, only because of how people have been talking about the season. They keep calling it season 1, or HBO keeps calling it the end of season 1, or something like that.
You're picking up on that. I got you. Yeah, I think because the way the show ended, I think it left a question mark. And if you saw the behind the scenes talk afterwards, they give you a little spoiler at the end that there probably is going to be a season 2. So if you have HBO, definitely check this out. It's a good show.
Well, I mean, I think that it ended pretty definitively.
It did. So it could be a standalone series.
Yeah, and that's what I think it's going to be. Is going to be that. But and I think that the surviving characters could be back, and that's the political answer that I would like to see.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess time will tell. Usually takes a good full year plus for a second season to come out with HBO because they really put a lot of production time and money into these shows. It shows too because it's really good quality.
Mm-hmm. And all the characters were fantastic.
Yeah, they were.
All of them.
Yeah, they were awesome. It was just the whole cast was really good in it. So, let's see. Not a whole lot of TV this week because I've been trying to grind for trials, and I did see The Masked Singer just last night, and damn, I was so surprised. Nate messaged me in the Discord today. He goes, "The Masked Singer, really, Gator?" And I thought that's the way he said it, but what he actually was saying was, "Can you believe the ending?" Because I said, well, dude, that's my guilty pleasure. I know it's not the most serious show, but I love singing shows. And and he says, no, dude, I love it too. I couldn't believe who was unmasked this week. It was freaking nuts, man. I would have never guessed it. And the way it was a woman, and I'll just say that, and she sung a Sir Mix-a-Lot song. It just you would never think this woman would sing this. So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, and I saw a spoiler about it and things like this, and I was like, yeah, that is all the inspiration I need to never watch this show.
Dude, it's such a good show though. It's like bad candy, right?
I still can't tell if he's saying bad or bag.
Bad.
I think he's saying bath candy.
No, BAD.
Bath salts.
No, bad candy. Like candy. All candy's bad, really. It's like candy you just got to keep getting a bite of, and I know it's not good for you, but you just continue to consume it. I don't know.
I guess.
Anyway, the voice.
I've
the
never bet bad candy before. Do you have to pay extra for her?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I've been watching the blind auditions on The Voice. If you love The Voice, you love singing shows, tune into this, man. They stream everything. It's been passed, so you can catch up on these seasons pretty quick if you have any kind of on demand. Started watching the latest episode of season 5 of Better Call Saul. This is just a really great show. I mean, I just can't say enough about this show, and it does have some slow points in it, but my God, man, the writing is just top notch on this show. And it kind of splits into two different happenings, two different things that's going on. One's with Saul Goodman, the lawyer, and the other one's with this more of a drug cartel type side of the show. So, dude, you can go back and watch all the episodes, by the way, on Netflix if you want to catch up on this. I highly recommend it. If you like the show that precedes this one that introduced. God damn it! Don't let me squirm like this, Hazel. Tell me what
Breaking Bad candy.
Breaking Bad candy. Yeah, Breaking Bad. Yeah, I mean, if you love Breaking Bad, which that was a revolutionary show, if you ask me, it kind of set a new bar for most TV shows now. If you like that show, you gotta continue and watch this show as well because it's just that good. All right, I'll shut up about that. That's it for watching what I've been watching this week because I've been just so busy with the new season of The Worthy. So let's switch over to gaming, and I know you game a lot of different things, Mitchy. What have you been gaming this week? I think we kind of brushed on it when we were asking you questions.
This week was busy. It was Division 2, Warlords of New York dropped. When was that? Was that
last week?
Last week?
Yeah, so that carried into this week. Trying to finish up the story, and then their season dropped on Monday, which had new content with it, and their season pass is really good.
Is it like a bar? Is it like a bar like Destiny season pass?
It's exactly like it's exactly like Destiny's, but like they have gear sets in their game, and like the first 12 levels gives you 2 separate gear sets to play around with.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's really fun.
Now, let me ask you this: is Division 2 is it as complicated as the first Division was as far as speccing gear and stuff?
I never played the first one, so I couldn't tell you. Okay. But they definitely want you to sit down and like work on builds and work on things that suit your needs. I did basically 98% of the new content with a skill tier build.
Okay.
So like basically I would sit behind cover and let my skills and my like things just like go around and kill people and heal me.
You have like turrets and stuff? Is that what you're talking about? Like,
yeah, there's turrets, there's like drones.
I got you.
Throw this little like it's called the Hive.
Nice.
It throws out like spikes or healing things at you or your teammates. So
I'm so gonna play this game. Who am I kidding?
Yeah.
I'm like that guy Tim the Tool Man. I'm the guy that hangs over the fence and all you can see is his nose over the fence looking at the Division 2. That would be my meme.
Dude, it's definitely it's a good game. And then so a couple days ago I got a different gear set that focused more on like critical hit damage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny that like my body shots now do more damage than my crit shots did in my other setup.
Really?
So yeah, it was nice to actually play a different way, so you can change it up that way.
Now, is the gear
nice?
Does it look different enough, or is it all like a gray brown color like the first game?
No, there's shaders.
Okay.
You can change the colors, and there's actually like you can change your actual outfit, like the pants you wear underneath your gear, your shirt, your hat, your glasses. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of apparel stuff that you can grind for and.
So much to do. There's so much to game.
Yeah,
this time.
That's the issue, man. Like, and then Tuesday, both the COD VR dropped, and
that's right.
Season of the Worthy. Yeah. So
yeah, it's been a busy week, hasn't it?
So it's been a very busy week. A lot of battle passes.
Yeah, we jumped on and played a couple of the Seraph Tower events. I think the other couple nights ago. And you're like, dude, what time do you go to bed? And I'm like, holy shit, it's 2:30. Oh my God, I got to get to bed. We got to finish this and I got to go to bed.
Yeah, that was when we found out that swords are awesome now, man. I hadn't taken one off.
God, within 10 seconds you can slice and dice any yellow bar boss that comes at you.
Yeah.
Pro
it's
tip
rough.
there. Pro tip: if you're trying to keep stuff off of the platform, the surf towers, and we'll talk about that when we talk about the season here. But holy
Yeah.
crap, man! It's the swords are so good now, so good. So yeah.
Yeah.
So between those 3 games, man, I mean, my
That
head,
and Apex, yeah, I've got
my head's
4
spinning.
battle passes.
holy
So it
shit!
keeps you grinding for that next thing, you know.
How can you do all those season passes? I don't have enough time to. Well, I have enough time.
Well, I
do
mean,
it.
I'm not very far. Like I'm season rank 13 in Destiny right now.
Okay.
The season pass for Division goes really fast. Like I'm already level 34 in it, I think, or 24. Like it goes very quickly. Yeah. They gave us the first season for free to give us a taste. So they're gonna probably make the next one paid. But it's definitely like worth. I mean, I don't know what the price will be, but it's worth having it because of the stuff that they give you is actually really beneficial.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy, man. That's a lot to play. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
they-
got to be fun every week, though, man, playing all those different games.
Yeah, and like, well, right now I'm out of work with a shoulder injury, so I've had
Right.
plenty of time to try some other stuff. Like there would be no way in hell I would be able to play as much as I
Sure.
do if I was working and being able
I
to
got
like
you.
actually work out.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
What about you, Hazel? What have you been doing in gaming this week? Have you are you still piddling with different games on the PS4, or are you stuck on
Yeah.
Destiny?
No, I'm playing some other stuff. So I was sick on Monday, so there was nothing for me to really do in Destiny. So I was just like, fuck it then. So I went ahead and I started playing BioShock Infinite again
Great game.
because that was on the PS Plus. They gave us the BioShock collection for free. So I went ahead and started playing BioShock Infinite again, and I was just like, oh, look at this. This is so, it just felt so good to, be walking around and hear the Beach Boys as a cappella group kind of thing. So it was really cool. And then it hit somebody with a wrench. So yeah, good times. Shadow of the Colossus, Goat Simulator. So everybody laughs whenever I
I
say
know,
it.
I
but
know. Every time I hear that every week, I laugh. But I'm like, I understand it, man. If
Yeah.
you have fun, you have fun.
Yeah, well, it's my daughter too. I mean, she's the one
Yeah.
that does it, and it's fun just to she'll just sit right next to me, and she's like, Dad. She'll throw the remote to me and go here, you do something. Like you have to do this for me. I can't do it. So I'm like, all right, so here, I'll do it for you, and then we do it, and then I give it back to her, and then she's right back at it again, and then she's will fall over laughing at some of the stuff she does.
That's
She licked.
awesome.
There's anybody that's played it, there's a spot where there's this car going around in circles doing donuts.
Mhm.
Well, she somehow managed to jump on top of the car and lick it, so she sticks to it. And then she goes flying around, and there's people standing there watching this guy do donuts. And she'll go around and she'll just plow into them as she licked the top of the car and spinning around. And I'm just like, I don't know how you did this, but this is fantastic. So, yeah. And then aside from that, it's Season of the Worthy.
Yeah, I know. I'll normally blab on and on about what I've been doing in Destiny. I'm just going to leave it at that. Season of the Worthy. That's what I've been doing this week, and we'll go into that a little more detail with our first impressions here next. But all right, well, I tell you what. Let's go ahead and switch gears here and talk about this week at Bungie. This week at Bungie, Hazel, what do we got, man?
All right, so this week at Bungie, something called Season of the Controversy. No, I mean, sorry, Season of the Worthy came out. Spoiler alert there, guys. So, okay. So Season of the Worthy dropped. Big surprise. So they wanted to let everybody know that basically where the controversy is coming from is the tracking emblems. So all the emblems that came out before Season of the Worthy. So there were things like number of times that you, like got a yellow, like what are those, like a phantom or like a
Oh,
ghost.
you're talking about the
like
you're talking
like
about
the
the
trackers.
gold medals, like the gold
Yeah, the
medals
gold
in Crucible.
medal.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I had that emblem. I had quite a few medals racked up, and I was like, whoa, where the hell my medal count? I was proud of that, man.
Yeah, there was also the number of fractaline that people had,
Yeah, yes.
things like this. Like the one guy that hit 1 million fractaline donated.
Oh, poor guy.
Yep. So basically what happened is that they unleashed into the wild a new thing where basically they took the trackers all away, reset the counters on everything.
Unbelievable.
And what they did is now you just have your emblem and then you can pick what tracker you want to put on it. So while it sounds good in theory, the fact that they basically did away with everything before now, basically.
Well, not everything,
Um,
but a
no,
lot of the key stuff.
Everything.
Well,
I mean,
lifetime kills, that's still there. Lifetime kills in the Crucible, that's still there.
yeah. So, but that's it. It's only like three things.
Yeah, it is very
because they
few.
added in fractaline again
Right.
because of the power of Reddit.
Well,
So
they're gonna add it, right?
no, it's already. I think it's.
They did?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's already there.
All right, good to know.
Yeah, they're currently. They're planning to add it back in.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Um,
Okay.
And then, yeah, like even like lifetime kills as a Sentinel Titan Striker, whatever your subclass is, they're adding that back in. Gold
Yeah.
medals earned are coming back in, things like that.
Good.
And I mean, what they said is that they're doing this to break bones for something else in the future.
Yeah, I could see that.
So it hurts right now, but supposedly something better is coming around.
All right.
So yeah, we don't know, but we shall see. So,
Man,
but yeah,
Twitter-
my feedback. Do what?
I was just gonna say Reddit was
Yeah,
ablaze. I mean,
it still is.
Well, I follow a couple of the Destiny leaders out there, and Benji, who was like a big time Gambit player, he was like, "What is going on? I'm having a great time playing the new content, and I go to Reddit, and it's like everybody wants the world to burn." I mean, and then Mtashed also put a tweet out saying, "I don't know what's going on. I love it. I love what's going on." It's like Reddit is just, I don't know. Reddit's always going to be Reddit, I guess.
You're never gonna appease everybody when there's millions
Exactly.
of players.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's the truth.
I mean, it was. I even tweeted back. I said, "Dude, this is day one. Give it a week. My God."
Well, I mean, but you figure though, I mean, the people on Reddit, now I'm gonna say it like this, but people on Reddit are like the elitists.
They're the true fans. I get that.
Exactly. So they're the ones that, with all their emblems and things like that, that's their badge of honor right there.
I totally get it, because I had a
And
lot
then
of those.
to
emblems.
have that not there, I mean, I mean, they're gonna be all pissed off about it.
Yeah.
But my feedback on it was basically just that all Bungie needs to do is give us an emblem that counts or a tracker that says how many times we were killed by either the Cabal incoming or by the Architects.
That would be good.
And Reddit would just shut the fuck up completely and go like, all right, we trust Bungie again.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, I get it.
So there's that. And then there's Merci beaucoup, which is one of the only French phrases I know, besides voulez-vous coucher avec quoi? Yeah, we'll leave it at that. And then basically under that, there was a 72 hours of live streaming where they made around $12,000 for a charity that they were putting it. There are actually a couple charities, I believe. And yeah. Then aside from that, there's some bugs, yada yada yada.
What's new?
Yes.
I
shit's broken.
honestly brace
just kidding.
myself when the new season was about to come out, because I was like, okay, what's gonna break this time? Because last
Telesto.
no,
Sorry.
no, please don't
Delete
break
it.
Telesto. No, I've got now. That's one tracker I love. I've got like 30,000 kills on that gun. Don't touch my Telesto.
Yeah, you whore. Try using a different gun.
I do.
Yep. And then the only other piece was something called Trials is returning.
Nah, I never heard of it.
So yeah, I don't think anybody has any interest in that.
Whoa.
But anyway.
Whoa.
Yeah. I heard about Trials and I was just like,
What in the hell is this crap?
Nice. Well, let's talk about it. They had a help article here. Let's go over it real quick.
Exactly. So regarding Trials, they're doing things a little bit differently. So they're not doing boons, first of all.
Thank you.
I know that. Yep, Gator is super excited about that. He's clicking his heels together.
No place like home. Uh-oh. Did we lose Hazel?
Uh-oh. Did we lose Hazel?
No, you're back.
got quiet.
You're back.
Oh, all right.
I love how he said the same exact thing that you said. I was like, wait, did your voice just change?
It's all right. I'll put something in between that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like waiting for the article to load because it's not loading at all.
Oh, uh-oh.
So I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, you were talking about how they're the trials. There's different trials passages. There's like 5 different kinds.
Well, yeah, they're not doing boons, but they're doing the 5 passages where basically it's sort of like boons, quite frankly. It's just that they are more tiered this way. So it's
and no more when your fire team goes in and goes, oh, we got that one, we're down, and I'll go, oh, guys, I hate to tell you, I forgot to apply my boon. What? So then you're staggered. You're behind a win from everyone else in your group, and they're all like hating you. It sucks, man.
Yeah.
What's the one thing you'd always say before trials? Everybody put their boons on. Put your boons on right now. Put them on. Anyway.
My group's always said, I hope for a win.
That too. We pray to the destiny gods.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there are 5 different categories, and I believe, so fortunately the article's not opening up for me, so Gator may have to chime in there. But 4 of them open up after basically a number of wins.
Right. Well, the first one is called Mercy. It's always available. It just gives you a loss. If you have a loss, you get a DC. Someone cheats and DDoSes you or whatever. You got a free win. I mean, you got a free loss. So it's like the one boon they used to use back in the day, where you'd forgive one loss. The second one, which is always available, is called Ferocity. With 0 losses, your third win grants you a bonus win. So if you get through those first 3, you'll be just like you won 4, which is kind of nice. I know a lot of the really elite players probably use that one. And then, has the article loaded yet for you?
Nope, not at all.
Okay, all right, well, I'll keep going. Then the third one unlocks after you go flawless. It's called Confidence, and it grants a bonus reward from the flawless chest. So if you take that path, you've gone flawless several times, and it seems to be pretty easy for you. It's not talking about me. You'll get extra loot. Probably an extra great thing from the chest, so that's kind of nice. And then after you unlock 5 wins, it doesn't say in a row, just unlock 5 wins, you have another one called Wealth, another passage, and it increases trial tokens from completing and winning trials matches. So if you're trying to farm, tokens to turn in and get gear from St. 14, that would be the way to go. And then when you unlock 7 wins, and it doesn't have to be flawless, just when you get 7 wins, it grants bonus XP, and this one's called Wisdom. It grants bonus XP from Trials wins, scaling with the number of wins on a ticket. So you probably get more XP the higher up you get in wins. So that's kind of nice. The one thing I just want to mention here, it's kind of pricey. I almost called them boons. These passages, they're kind of pricey. It's 25,000 glimmer. I think it's 15. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's like 15 shards, legendary shards, and some something else. I can't think about what it is, but maybe that's all it is. But 25,000 glimmer for one passage, that's kind of expensive. What do you guys think? That's kind of pricey, isn't it, for just one run?
Well, is it only for one run, or do you get to keep that passage the entire time?
Yeah, I thought you kept that passage and
that-
you only paid if you change.
It's like the chalice. I think it just sits
Is it?
inside your.
I hope you're right. I haven't run.
I
haven't run trials yet. I watched a little bit today. Lona was
What have you been
shoutcasting.
doing with your life?
Dude, I haven't had time. You got to have 3 people to play trials, and no one's at work today. I watched a little bit of Lono. He was shoutcasting Luminosity and his group, and
I was on all day.
they finally got flawless. But they already had a cheater. They already had someone who was meleeing people through walls, and it's a great thing it happened while they were shoutcasting and streaming it, because now everyone, I'm sure, just jumped on him and reported him to Bungie. I'm sure he's done by now. Yeah, so it's a little bit different. No more boons to worry about applying. I guess if I'm understanding this, you decide which path you're going to go. So if I buy Mercy, and I already bought the Mercy one because I need all the help I can get. 25,000 glimmer, some shards, and some other, I think maybe some planetary materials or something. But I bought that. Scooped up. There's a bunch of bounties. There's weeklies weeklies and dailies, and then you can also buy additional ones like you can with the other vendors in the tower. So it makes it nice if you want to farm, tokens and stuff. You run out of stuff to do with the bounties, you can keep on trucking, keep on running. So, that kind of sums up the passages. They talk about the trials bounties. Did you have anything to say about the passages before we move on?
Well, I was just gonna say I don't think I'm ever gonna have a 7-win streak on one of those passages. I never worry about them.
I don't know. you never. I tell you what, it's surprising. Sometimes you can get on a roll. Your team just gets in a groove, and it's all luck of the draw, man. It really is. I mean, obviously, if you get past, Luminosity's group, they were already had 5 or 6 wins under their belt, and guess who they came up against? Cammy Cakes, Drewski, and Sides. And I was like, oh man, this is going to be a great game. And it was a back and forth. It wasn't a blowout, but poor Luminosity's team, man, they didn't quite make it. Dude, here's the thing. I was looking at Cammy Cakes, Drewski, and Sides. They were all 1,000, 1,010. I think Sides was 1,018 or 1,013.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Holy shit, dude.
Yep.
We have to compete against that. I'm coming in maybe at 9. I'm almost at 980. Almost. I have a little bit more work to do, and maybe by the end of the weekend, I'll be 980 to jump in. You have to be at least 960 to even play. But I don't know, man. I may have to sit out this weekend. I may not be high enough light. I'm gonna have to do some more prep. So, I don't know.
Your bunker is going to be completed, though.
Oh, I'm only got 2 more things to do to unlock the EDZ bunker. I'm pumped, and that's the problem is I spend all the time on bunkers and not on weekly pursuits. So my gear is not as high as I'd like it to be. And I think Warcry put a video posted something in our Discord that Fallout Plays had a video on how to get to 1,000, 1,010.
Yeah,
as quick as possible. I haven't seen it yet, but I've already saved it. So maybe he can tell me something that I don't know. I'm like,
yeah,
damn,
I watched it.
Did you?
I did. Don't get your hopes up.
Okay, that's what I thought. I had a feeling.
It tells you basically what you already know.
Yeah. Okay, I had a feeling. But
do one character as much as you can, move to the next character as much as you can, and
here's the thing.
And
continue.
Here's the thing. I did 3 characters this week. I started out on my Titan, then I moved to my Hunter, and then I finished with my Warlock, and I still was getting 972, 973 drops, and I think I'm +8 on Artifact. In fact, I just looked. I'm level 32 on my season pass so far. I had I had 3 characters full of bounties that are already completed, so I probably jumped 10 levels really fast. So I did a lot of prep, but it didn't seem to help because I'm still. Jesus, if I play this weekend, everyone's at 1,000 light. There's no reason to play. There's just gonna be such a disadvantage.
in the video, he Fallout talks about basically like the best way to do it is to do like your tier 1 stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then you do your tier 2 stuff, and
Sure.
then like you hold off as long as possible on your pinnacle stuff, and then basically like what was it, the legacy or the pit,
Mm-hmm.
Pit
the
of Heresy?
dungeon basically.
Pit of Heresy.
Yeah, the Pit of Heresy. Yep. That he said that you do the first 2 encounters, and then you stop. You don't finish it,
Oh,
because when you finish it, it gives you your pinnacle,
I see.
which basically isn't at max level unless that's like the last tier 2 stuff that you get from the first 2 events.
So what do you just create the save point and then just come back to it at the very end?
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
So that way, I mean, that's what he did for like one character, and then he was up to I think 1010.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
So
Yeah, it was funny watching some of the people that like they used to stream Destiny a lot, but they moved on.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was watching a couple guys, and they're like 1010, 1015, and
That's
then you
crazy.
have the streamer that's playing Tarkov and stuff like that, and he's like 980.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like
Yeah.
I don't see the
I don't know.
the grind like that. Is just
It's
well,
almost
way
it was
beyond me.
mhm.
it's almost like I had the feeling that everybody was in a raid race again this week. It felt like that.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Did the article open up for you still, or you want me to keep going?
Nope, the article's not opening up for me. I've
Oh,
done
wow.
a bunch of stuff. Nothing.
All right. Well, we'll move
So-
on to the rewards. Players will get rewards at 3, 5, and 7 wins on their Trials passage, and will be granted a weekly challenge Trials reward based on those wins, which can all unlock on a single passage. Once 3 losses appear on the passage, wins no longer count until the passage is reset or a new one is purchased. So the following shows the rewards that will be granted with each amount of wins on a Trials passage. 3 wins, you get a Tier 2 powerful gear. 5 wins, you get a Tier 3 powerful gear. And 7 wins, of course, is your pinnacle gear. So going flawless, you get that. Plus, you go to the lighthouse, which rewards a totally different... this is where you're going to get... I think Luminosity got a special mod. And I think he got a scout rifle and a piece of armor, I think. If I remember correctly, those are the 3 things he got. And, of course, he got a golf ball. He got a golf ball there. Some other things like that. So... basically you're collecting tokens. It's kind of like it's kind of like Trials of the Nine. You go to the woman,
Yeah.
you put in your tokens, and you get gear. It's probably not going to be as great as your flawless gear. I haven't played yet, so I can't tell you. Maybe next week I can share that. But
I don't care. I'm gonna whore myself out for some tokens.
Here's
you
the
can still get tokens
yes,
if you lose.
yes, absolutely. And here's the thing: you get 3 tokens if you win. You get 1 token if you lose. But here, keep in mind, these tokens reset every week. So by reset, you better have spent all those damn tokens. Don't hoard them.
Damn.
You can't hoard them like I do with Iron Banner.
I still have 45 Trial of the 9 tokens just hanging out.
Good luck.
So, here's to hoping.
I'm thinking he'll look at the token, look underneath it, and go, "Sorry, bud, I
Yeah,
don't recognize this one."
this currency is not good here.
Well, the other thing too is that those tokens don't go to the postmaster either.
No, they do not. In fact, Deej tweeted that, I think, saying make sure you got room in your inventory because they do not go to your postmaster. So you better have room.
Yep, and reset is Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping to get at least a match in with Warcry. Can't do anything this weekend. He might be. We usually play Crucible anyway after my bowling league on Monday nights. So if we can pick up one other person on PS4, we might give it a go, even if we're low light, just to get tokens and start getting our foot in the door, And
I want to
obviously,
give it a try.
yeah, if anybody's on PC and wants to play, hit me up. I'll be on and off all weekend, with what's going on in the world right now. I'll probably be home. I won't be doing a whole lot out right now. So let's see. There's 2, I believe these are Trials gear glows. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, that looks pretty sweet.
Players who go flawless each week and have their Trials gear equipped will have a yellow glow that will appear fading slowly after 1 week. To refresh the glow, players will need to go flawless again. Once a player goes flawless, they receive 2 unique Trials emblems that can further change their glow color. One is called Light for the Lost. Trials glow turns white when equipped. Light makers wear this emblem when carrying other players to the lighthouse. That's pretty cool. And then you have the Flawless Empyrean. Trials glow turns red when equipped. Light breakers wear this emblem when trying to go to block players from getting to the lighthouse. Okay, I get that now. I said stat trackers can be added to these emblems to show the number of lighthouse carries or lighthouse shutdowns, respectively, or other trial stats. All right, that's pretty cool. I think that's it on the article. Is there anything else we need to talk about here before we move on? You have to be 960 to get in. It's a pre-made fire team. You can't. If they had a solo, like a freelance, I think it would really work on this. Because, I mean, you're already playing comp.
For token farming, yeah.
Yeah, you're already playing comp and you're playing competitive games just like this. Why not? I don't know. I think it'd be cool to add it because there's so many players that I'm sure like me out there that just want to play Trials so bad but don't have pre-made teams.
If only you had any of these communities to just pull people from,
I know. If only.
Yeah, like a Discord.
Maybe I can make maybe we can make a Trials LFG channel maybe. See how that goes.
Trial signups.
Yeah. Who wants to play Trials this weekend?
I'll give free carries to Saint 14.
So I'll carry your gun with you. Carry your gun to the tower.
Oh, you'll carry my gun, all right.
Exactly. All right. Anything else, Hazel? I think we.
You sound too excited now. I'm backing away.
Okay. I think we talked about everything here for the TWAB this week. Anything else we need to mention? Am I forgetting anything?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Seeing I haven't read it, I don't know.
Okay. Let's move on. For our main discussion tonight, we want to just talk about our first impressions of the season of the Worthy for Destiny 2. I figured, 3 guys here who've played it, at least the beginning parts of it, and let's kind of go around the table and see what we think. I know we kind of talked about Reddit being so salty about resetting emblem trackers and stuff, but let's talk about the very beginning story. What do you guys think about that? The big, it had a pretty nice cutscene, didn't it? With Zavala and Anna Bray. I thought it was really good. What do you guys think?
Mitch?
Sorry, I was waiting for you to go first. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. It's always nice to get those little snippets that we get every once in a while. It's kind of like Destiny crack,
Yeah.
Like their artwork is usually very good. Their storytelling is really good, so it's nice to actually see those characters other than what they say in the tower or at their their drop zone every week you go to see them. It's like,
right.
All right, they finally get to say something different.
Yeah, I get it.
The voice actors are getting paid.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the same voice actor, not like for Anna, but yeah.
Yeah, they have a new girl for her.
Yep, I saw her tweet it.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
You can tell though. You can definitely tell it's not the same person.
It's a little bit different. I liked it though.
It's close, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
Not that I care, but
Yeah.
What'd you think, Hazel? Good start?
Sure. I mean, it was cool to see him doing stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. For a while now, I've been kind of sick of Zavala. I'm like this guy's kind of useless. Because here he is talking to Anna, and all of a sudden she's like, "Hey, are you on the bridge yet?" And he's like, "I'll be there in a minute." It's like, motherfucker, you're standing there talking,
I thought the dialogue was pretty cute. I liked the dialogue. It was nice.
Yeah. I was just wanting a little bit more from Zavala. I'm like, you're the Vanguard Titan. Come on, man. Be a Titan.
They gotta pay the man to talk. They couldn't afford it.
Well, okay, maybe. I mean, he is probably one of the most recognizable actors. So awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Here's the thing I'm having a problem with, and this started with the very first story in Shadowkeep. You know, where you go to the triangle ships and you get the little mind meld or whatever you want to call it at the end there. It's really strange. You're kind of like, oh yes, it's building up. All right, what's gonna happen? I can't wait. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Boom, back to orbit. What?
Yeah.
What the hell? What the hell, Bungie? You brought me along. It's like they give you this nice little snippet of story, and then they pull back. And I kind of felt that. I kind of felt like that was the way this story was. They were getting into it. You know, it's like watching a movie almost. You're like, oh yeah, okay, they're working together. You know, all right, yep, all right, they're moving in. Okay. Then we are pushed to orbit. I'm like, go talk to Anna Bray. I'm like, what? Ah, jeez. All right.
No,
and
you
then
have to talk to Zavala first.
Oh yeah, of course. And then Zavala just says, "Hey, go talk to Anna Bray." Yeah, real good point there. Yeah. He has a little spiel like, you know, the ship's heading our way. What are we gonna do? I'm shitting my pants because I'm a Titan. That kind of shit.
I got a fucking bubble that lasts forever. 5 minutes later.
That's true.
So
Yeah, when he's trying to
Oh my God.
protect Anna, I was like, I kind of like that when you went into the room and they're sitting there chilling.
That was cool.
Mhm.
Cool. But you know, it's like Anna. You go to Anna and she's like, hey, go collect some orbs and go make some orbs. I'm like, huh? What's this got to do with the damn story? Yeah, just go do it. Okay, fine.
you gotta power up Rasputin. Didn't
Yeah,
you
you
pay
got
attention, man?
You got to bring some light to him. I'm like, what? What's wrong with my ghost? Isn't that enough light? Anyway, potato, I guess. But I don't know. Okay, so then I don't want to spoil too much here, but you okay?
I think we need to say fuck it and spoil like everything.
Well, okay, so then it opens up a bunker on EDZ, right? That moves on to the next portion of the show here. Rasputin talk to Rasputin, and Rasputin says, "Hey, I got this underground bunker. You got to see this, man." And we go in there, and I got to admit, dude, it's pretty cool in there. It's pretty cool. You finally get to see Rasputin, and not just a glowing orb. He's like a mass of computer screens and stuff. It's kind of cool, and you can't understand a damn thing he's saying, but. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I mean, the underground bunkers and stuff, and of course, I think you got to clear the bunker out from I guess like daily invaders before he'll even talk to you.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I kind of like that in a way.
I did too, because it gives powerful gear, right?
Daily? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I was getting some powerful gear there for a while. Maybe they only give you just a taste, or maybe it's one per character. Maybe.
I love how you keep saying just a taste.
Just a taste. All this crack candy talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Crack and just a taste.
Bad candy.
Yeah. Gator the drug dealer. That's the name of our episode.
Yes. Bad candy.
He's like Gator the pimp from the other guys.
So what'd you guys think? We move on to the bunker, talk to Rasputin. You like that part? I mean...
So Rasputin looks awesome. Have you walked around him or like jumped around him at all?
Yeah, and he follows you with his eyes.
Yeah, the lights and the screens all light up depending on where you're standing and stuff.
Someone tweeted that, and I was like, yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
that's neat.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you gotta, he gives you, of course, a bunch of bounties. You got some weeklies, you got some dailies, and you got some extras you can get for extra. And I guess there's what 3 real currencies, I guess, now we're dealing with. It kind of feels a lot like the Obelisk, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You got to collect Warmind bits, and then you have encrypted Warmind bits, and then you have, what are they called? Data fragments or something? I'm trying to remember what they're called.
The bunker chipsets?
Yeah, chipsets.
Chipsets.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah,
the bunker chipsets are what you have to level up the bunker. And so the name of the game is to collect Warmind bits. Warmind bits, you can, and this gets kind of, when I first looked at it, I was kind of a deer in headlights. I was like, what are all these things? And you just have to go through them and read them. And there are different things you can do to unlock and upgrade the bunker. And I guess the more things you do to upgrade the bunker, the more things you have available to you, either at the Seraph Tower events, which we'll talk about in a minute, or when you're clearing the bunker out every day, there's certain things you can do or get down there. What I loved about it is there's actually a upgrade in there where you actually can generate, every time you visit him, you generate a certain amount of planetary materials. I love that because I'm always low on planetary materials. So I just looking through my inventory the other day, I was like, holy shit, I didn't know I had this many dustlight shards. And then I realized I unlocked it. And there's 3 different tiers. So you unlock the first tier and then you can go directly to the next tier. It's just like a tree on Borderlands, you know. You can unlock one node and then you can immediately branch out to the node below it. But not until...
Well, you have to collect them. You have
Does
to
that auto-collect
actually...
for you or no?
How do you
auto collects?
I thought
but
it
you have to
auto-collects.
collect them from... there's like a little... what the hell is it? Like a little chest.
Is there really? Well,
Yeah.
shit. Learn something every day. Maybe I was just farming a lot.
Well, I'm going to tell you for a fact that it is a chest because I just found it. Because I'm literally
Where-
running around Rasputin right now.
Where is the chest? I mean, is it like off to the side?
So if
Like
you
where
run
the-
in,
Is it where the
you run
legendary lost
into
sector
his-
is?
No. So
On the
that's
side.
when you're running in, that's on your direct left from Rasputin. If you take a hard right once you enter his room, there's a little Rasputin bot guarding a chest. I opened it and there was 2 shards in it. So
Two
Yeah,
shards?
yeah,
Yeah.
2 dust clay shards.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
nothing. I mean, granted, I don't know exactly when I unlocked that, so
Well, I've unlocked all 3 now, so I'm on the 3rd
Yeah,
tier of
so
that.
you're-
So I'll go visit that tonight after the show, and I'll see how many I get.
yeah.
I wonder if you get
6
that.
shards.
I wonder if you get
Oh,
that
sorry.
daily. Yeah, 6 shards. Come on, man. You get 5 out of a damn chest. Give me a break, Bungie. Come on. Don't give me. I mean, how many
Just
war
a
mine?
taste. Just
How
a
many?
taste.
But how many war mine bits did I collect to unlock that? Where I can get
Oh
6
my god, dude!
6
it's
dust light
unreal.
shards. Are you
How many
kidding me?
bounties.
Fucking yeah.
It's a lot, dude.
That's
I'll just tell you, there's a lot of busy work here. You're gonna be busy
Yeah,
for a
that-
while.
those chipsets are like fucking outrageous. I mean, I'm like, can I sell a kid's soul for this? I mean, come on now.
Yeah,
This
you
is-
get
I mean-
1 for the tier 1 stuff, 2 for the tier 2, and I'm assuming you get 3 for the tier 3 unlocks.
Yeah, but you have to get the bits in order to buy the upgrades.
Oh yeah, it's
So it's like 75, I think. For
But
the
there-
tier
now-
1,
but there is an
150 for
upgrade.
tier 2.
300.
There is an upgrade, and the first thing you want to upgrade, besides the one that's in the mission, where they tell you to upgrade one, it's for free, and that's where you can. It's where you can pull the. What's that javelin thing? Not the javelin, but something else. Maybe it is javelin. No. It's called something else. The thing you Valkyrie. Thank you. Yeah, that's the very first unlock, by the way. If you're looking around going, I don't have any money to buy and unlock anything, how am I supposed to unlock it? If you go to the top bar, you'll see it says Valkyrie, level 1 or something like that. That's the one you do to move to the next part of the mission. Because that hung me up forever. I was like, well, how am I supposed to unlock this shit if I don't have any way of doing it? There was a lot of stuff you just had to kind of figure out. And I kind of like that in a way, but I sometimes I need a little bit of handholding just to guide me on what I need to do next, and maybe they can improve that in the next iteration of the season. But yeah, there's one unlock you need to get next, and if you watch Dado's video, he'll tell you exactly, like 3/4 through his video, what to unlock in order. So you might want to watch that.
Mhm.
I posted in the Discord in our Destiny channel, and
Yeah, Paul Tassi
Yep.
did the same thing basically. He listed like do this one, this one, this one.
Yep.
Basically the 3 on the right first.
yes, the one where things cost less to buy.
Yeah.
So that, and there's another one where you get, I can't remember, I'm not looking at it right now, but there's another one where you can actually get encrypted Warmind bits for anything, like Crucible matches. No, I'm sorry, not Crucible match. Yeah, that, but when you turn in weekly milestones, like for the Crucible, for Zavala, for your clan, anything, any of your weekly pursuits, you can get encrypted encrypted Warmind bits, and you use
well,
those.
the thing is,
Those encrypted Warmind bits, you need them to buy other upgrades down the road as you upgrade your things, so hang on to them. But the main thing is you can unlock, if you do the, if you complete the Seraph Tower public event, there's another chest that pops up that has better gear in it, and that's what you use those for, by the way, at first.
yeah. So What do you have to use the encrypt? I mean, the only thing I know about the encrypted is that you have to use those in order to open up that second chest.
Yeah, that's what you use them for at first. But there's other things down below where you can, there's an upgrade you can buy down below that cost encrypted bits, and among other materials, where you can actually have Rasputin automatically clear out your daily invaders. That's one of the things.
Weapon frames also cost the encrypted bits.
Yep, they do too. Yeah.
Okay.
And I've done a couple of those. There's also an upgrade where you actually get drops, those weapon drops. Like just the rifle will just appear when you complete something. So just look. There's a lot to go over there. And
I'm getting there. Yeah, it's a slow process.
There's a lot of stuff, and all I can tell you is first thing you want to unlock is all 3 tiers of the cost reduction ones, which I believe are kind of on the right side over there. You'll see them.
Yeah, they're on the far right.
And then
they're third from the right.
Yeah. And then the next one would be probably where you get encrypted. I don't know which one. I'm not looking at it now, but you get like encrypted Warmind bits for completing bounties and tasks. I don't know what that's called. Do you see it there, Mitch?
So 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th one over is more my bit generation. Tier 1, you get on all destinations bunker clearing awards bits. Tier 2, completing Rasputin repeatable bounties awards extra bits. Tier 3, you get the bits for strikes, Crucible, and Gambit, like you said.
Right.
You are looking for the encrypted bits.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I see one for encrypted Warmind bits awarded for completing challenges from Zavala, Shax, and Drifter.
That's the
Banshee. So that's level 1.
Yep.
It's the 3rd one over. EDZ encrypted Warmind bits.
Yep.
So are there other bunkers?
Yeah, oh yeah, well, this is the weekly bunker is on EDZ, but there's going to be 2 more, I believe.
Oh, so it changes every week. So I was running around like.
Yeah, and if you look at the weapon frames, you'll see there's one for EDZ, and then there's one for IO, and then there's one for the Moon, and then there's one that you have to clear all of them or something. I didn't get too much into it because I can't do anything about it right now. There's a lot to do.
Oh, so for this week we can only do the auto rifle.
Auto rifle, and I've got 3 copies of it with different stuff on it. I've been using it, and I have one with Vorpal weapon, and I got Dem pulled up here. I'll just tell you. I'll pull it up.
I thought one bunker was going to be a grind. Well, there's 3.
Yeah,
that's what I'm.
There is.
Well, some of those actually have like perks where they carry over to other bunkers.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll unlock those when you get. I got some of those mods when I open up that second chest. By the way, so I have one with chamber compensator, keeps them moderate. The recoil is pretty decent. It's a 450 auto rifle, so it's kind of like I think Uriel's gift. It has a little more clankier sound. But I have one that has 4 times the charm and Vorpal weapon. And when you're shooting, this is a great weapon for bosses. Like those annoying captains you have to kill. If you put the overload rounds in them on the weapon mods, use that. It can stun them after about 4 or 5 shots. And then if you keep hitting crits, every so many crits you're getting bullets back. So it just makes your clip last a lot longer, especially if you're trying to do DPS. So that's a good role to have. So anyway, it's called the 7th Seraph Carbine. So that's that one. So there's a lot to do. People saying, "Oh, this is a really weak season." I don't think so, dude. This is my mistake. I've been working on doing everything I can to generate Warmind bits to unlock all these upgrades. When what I should have been doing to gain light is to do all the powerful events throughout the world, and I'm just now catching on to that. And I feel I wasted a lot of time there, but everyone's got to do that anyway. That's part of the content.
Yeah, I did all my powerful stuff while trying.
Yeah, you can.
And sometimes failing to do some of the bounties. It's like I'm not going to use a sidearm in a 970 Nightmare. Well,
I will give you a heads up. Pro tip here: there's one bounty in there. It's one of the dailies, the powerful daily ones that give you Warmind bits, but it also gives you It gives you 50 Warmind bits, and it gives you 1. Encrypted bit. Yeah. And that is the one where you kill a taken boss. If you look around, there's not many taken bosses anywhere. There's a public event on right there in the sludge. Yeah. But if you're waiting around for that, and like I was yesterday, it just wasn't popping up for me. Go to Dreaming City, and go to WrestleVelia. What's it? What's that middle legendary that middle
Ray Sylvia.
Ray Sylvia, yeah. If you go to that lost sector in there, the last boss in there is a witch or wizard, whatever you want to call him. She's considered a boss, and it will give you that. I just got it today. It'll give you the bounty. So pro tip there, if you're trying to get that.
Yeah, that's where
done.
we were headed. Was it Tuesday? That's where we were headed to complete your one bounty, but we completed everything inside or outside, and it
we did.
For you.
We ran into a public event out there, and they were taken everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then another pro tip too is that for the taken boss, you actually don't even need to personally beat the boss.
Nope.
You just have to be in a group of people that beats the boss.
I would just make sure you get a bullet in her.
Yeah, just toss some bullets that way.
Yeah, just connect with them. That way, you know how it is in Destiny. If you don't shoot it, you don't get a bullet in, then it may not give you credit.
You didn't participate in this event.
Exactly. Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on. I think me and you actually did this. After you do the EDZ bunker, they say, okay, you need to go to the Winding Cove area. There's a tower. What they call it? A Seraph Tower public event. Now the key on this public event, and that's the problem, is a lot of people come in there and they don't know how to play it.
It's a fucking nightmare when people don't know how to do
though.
It's actually very easy, but people were grabbing balls and throwing them at the bosses. I'm like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for everyone out there who's new to this,
grab their balls and
the one thing that's tough though is this 980 light requirement. So if you jump in there, I had some poor sacks in there that were like 800 light, and they were just getting murdered. I mean, I was picking them up all the time. But what me and Mitchy actually realized is if you got a sword, the key is you have these 3 different platforms, and they light up, and they start building some momentum. They start heating up, and with the more people you have standing on that area, and you keep enemies off that plate, that triangular plate, the key is to keep all the enemies off. And if you get it to hum up and heat up, it will spit out 6 balls. I think it's 6. And when it does that, everyone needs to go grab it, throw the ball at the orb that's in the middle between one tower and the middle tower. And what you're trying to do is just push that ball along until it hits into the main middle center tower. That's the key. And there's a certain percentage. Every time you hit it, it hits a percent, it's a percent. But
I think it's 8 ball. Like it drops 6, but you have to hit it with 8.
Yes. So the key when you're on that public event is to make sure everyone gets on that plate, because the more people are on it, the faster it'll generate. And if you have people on all sides keeping enemies off the plate, because if the enemy gets on there and it kind of taints it, Anna will call out, hey, there's too many enemies on this. And if that happens, you're only getting what? 2 balls?
2.
Yep. Drops 2.
So it's just going to slow you down considerably. It's going to be a lot harder to complete the event. So pro tip, use a sword there, and you're going to get some yellow bosses. You're going to get all kinds of stuff coming at you from all sides, from ships that drop down. So use a sword to get all your yellow bosses. And if you have 2 or 3 people, like me and Mitch had 2 swords, we were just chopping and dicing, man. I mean, I think it took us like 10 swings and that boss was down. And you got everything from servitors to captains to, all kinds of fallen coming at you. And it can get pretty, and then of course you have those annoying vandals that like to snipe you from far away. They don't get near you. And
the invisible guys are the worst.
Oh, and at 980 light, they can one hit you if you're not high enough light. So yeah. So what did you guys think about that public event? Do you think it's pretty cool, or is it kind of boring?
I really like it in spurts. I can't do a lot of them back to back to back.
Yeah. So
like I'll pop in and do a couple and then go do something else.
Yeah, it can get monotonous, I guess. It's like every public event, right?
Yeah, sure. Another tip, like you were saying, pro tips, if you say you get like 6 balls to drop and you only need like 1 or 2 of them to get the orb to the middle, take the other ones to the next area, because the spawn, and you can start throwing them the second it spawns in the next area.
As soon as it spawns, you can light it up. Another pro tip, when someone throws the ball at the center orb, it's on like a string up atop, like a fire string, it pushes the ball along. So wait for the person to throw it and then throw it, because I've whiffed a couple times. I threw a nice meatball up there where it just went right by, and I'm like, and everyone looks at you. I'm like, sorry, I didn't see it move. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, so I try my hardest to like get behind it and throw from behind it. That
Yeah.
way it's traveling in the same
Or you can
area.
fly on top too, and sometimes it's easier
Yep.
if you're up above to throw it down on it. That helps. It's up there quite high, so unless you're a warlock, it's probably a difficult task.
Yeah, well, it's pretty easy for Hunter too. My
Yeah.
daughter was wanting me to play, so I jumped on as the Hunter just to see how that was going.
Cool.
And so I have a moment of honesty, and I'll throw it out there for everybody. Is that so? I actually have been playing as a warlock.
Yay!
Good for
Ew.
you. Good for you.
I feel so dirty. But I found like the mother of all cheat codes.
Okay.
Big surprise, it's on Warlock. But yeah, it's running Devour and Tommy's Matchbook
Oh, that's right. I've heard about this.
because you basically proc Devour, and then all you do is you hold down the trigger and just mow shit down, and your health keeps replenishing, and your ammo basically just keeps spinning, and you get more DPS and longer it heats up and everything else.
maybe
As long as you're killing things,
yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Maybe explain to everyone who may not know what that gun is.
So, coincidentally, I may or may not be playing with it right now. So, it has Ignition Trigger is the intrinsic perk, which is sustained fire with this weapon overheats it, increasing damage but burning the user. So, one clever Redditor mentioned that they view that as their view on the entire season of The Worthy, where it really is beneficial and good, but then it really, really hurts at the same time. So, I thought that was pretty clever.
Well, when I first used it, I was like, "What is going on? Who's shooting me? Why am I dying? Why's my health going down?" Then I started reading. Then I read what the gun did, and
what a concept.
But it does do more damage when it heats up too. So keep that in mind.
It does. So yeah. So if you're using that with Devour, which basically every kill will basically fill your health, it's pretty fucking silly.
Oh, look at that! Everybody's growing up in the world.
Hey, I am not going to stick with this bullshit. Because they're going to patch it, and they're going to delete Telesto.
They're not going to patch
Warlocks are going to be...
Delete Telesto.
Give me that break.
But no.
We can only hope.
So yeah, do what?
So we could only hope that they delete Telesto.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't use it as much as I used to. Because, it's just, there's a lot of other stuff out there. And let's face it, the sandbox has changed a bit, hasn't it? What do you guys think? Have you guys tested the waters yet on the sandbox in Crucible?
Yeah, so I played last night for a little bit, or the night before, and hard light is insane.
Oh my god, it's everywhere.
Yeah, I've heard. Yep.
It's like the new laser tag, isn't it?
Yeah, you're dead very quickly.
Yeah.
And that was just like standard. I think I was doing control because I needed to do control bounty.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in there.
But,
you
I saw a video.
They're dead.
Oh. Yeah, I saw a video, and it was like on Reddit, and it was like pre-patch hard light and then post-patch hard light, and it was purely like for comedic purposes, but it was absurd. It was like showed like the screen shaking, coffee cups were shaking, like the entire the world was shaking basically, and so yeah, there was that, and then like afterwards, it's basically just like a laser.
Well,
so,
I noticed
your PSA.
I noticed there's a lot of Suros regimes in there with the dual speed receiver on, where it was speeding
auto
up.
rifle meta.
It is.
Yeah,
back.
so here, one of my friends just shared something in our Discord server. Right now, the most used weapon in Trials is Hard Light, and it has 200,000 more kills than the next in line, which is Revoker.
Well, I'm going to say it right now. I'm probably going to go into Trials with a Revoker and Jesus, you just said
rifle?
that. What was the auto rifle you just
Hard light?
mentioned?
Hard light?
Hard light. Thank you. God, I swear I'm losing it. It's been a long work day today.
Hey,
it was
I'm
hot.
Dimension certified, man. Just let me know.
Yeah.
Take care of you.
It was really hot today, man. I gotta admit, I am beat. But no, I mean, the Suros regime is nice. I've completed the catalyst on Suros regime, so I have a lot better chance of healing after a kill. That might be something to think about if you have the catalyst for it. And if you have the catalyst, haven't completed it, get it done, because it's almost like every other kill. I mean, you're pretty much going to heal. It's a lot faster than the initial intrinsic perk that the gun had. So it's like it on steroids. So I'm telling you, don't give the Suros regime, don't put that on the back burner. It might actually be good as well. The only drawback with the Suros regime is it has bullet drop. It has range drop off, where the why am I keep forgetting the name of this fucking gun?
Hard light?
I'm gonna pull it. I got it right here. It's right on my thing now. It's on my screen. The hard light. Yeah, there's no bullet drop off. I mean, look at the aim assist. No. It's 100. The aim assist is 100. This gun is so sticky, it's unbelievable. Its stability is almost maxed at 82, handling 79, reload speed 68. The only thing it sucks is it has a very poor zoom, but who cares? There's no bullet drop off. I can see why everybody wants to use this gun. It is fantastic. So,
well, before it shook, terrible. I want to make a bad joke, but I won't. I'll refrain. But, it was terrible. Nobody could use it. It was just.
Well, I think
no one could.
Well, I think True Vanguard was mentioning in Destiny 1, he remembers using it. Remember, it used to shoot like little light balls. It was literally like a Nerf gun, and it made like a thuddy noise, like a do-do-do-do-do-do, it was really throaty when it shot.
No,
do you remember that?
I never used it.
Oh, I never used it, but it was a unique gun. But the little light tracers that came out of it kind of would drop off. It was really weird, but God, there was so much screen shake. And now that they fixed the screen shake, no bullet drop, I would use it. Why not? Trials is all about the best guns, the best meta. There's no cutting corners.
That's all it is, yeah.
But I tell you what, I didn't see Luminosity and those guys using this gun. They were using revokers and shotguns and hand cannons, spare rations.
Yeah, Mindbenders is third on the list.
Yeah, Mindbenders. I've seen a lot of Mindbenders too. A lot of sliding hunters. With that extra sliding and killing me before I can finish them off with my hard light. So, okay. So, anything else we want to bring up before we move on here? Have you guys gotten any of the new guns or armor yet?
Just some of the armor. Armor looks pretty nice. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Sure. Armor's nice.
My first drop when I logged in on Tuesday was the new exotic helmet for warlocks. The helm.
I got that too.
Yeah, it was literally my first drop after killing a red bar. So
have you had a chance to use it yet?
Oh, all the time. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So you can use your melee ability or a finisher, and it basically sends out a wave of weakening. So if you melee kill with your ability, or you finish off an enemy, it will send out that wave and weaken them. So they kind of get dazed a little bit, and so they're not shooting you. And if you do it to a more challenging enemy, the cone goes out farther, I believe. Yeah,
I think Cool Guy did a video on this. He said for Crucible, it's about 15 meters, which is pretty substantial. And it goes through bridges. It goes through walls. It's anywhere in that vicinity. I don't care what side of the wall you're on, you're going to get stunned. And it's pretty debilitating from what I heard. But I think if you hit bosses don't count, but if you hit the next thing down, which is like a high level yellow bar, I think it goes 23 meters. It's pretty far.
Damn.
And for a small red bar, I think it's 10.
It's nice for crowd control. Yeah. It really is. I've been using it during the
Seraph Tower, right?
Because everything around you gets overwhelming. So it's nice to hurt someone, use a finisher, and then just go to town on all the guys who can't shoot at you.
Yeah, it's great for crowd control. Yeah, if you use that with with a Telesto or what's the sub
Hard light.
no the submachine gun that procs with arc damage, that you're damaged by arc.
Oh, Risk Runner.
Risk Runner.
Risk Runner.
Yeah, I think Paul Tassi mentioned that. He says that's what you want to use on those Seraph Tower events. So if you had a Risk Runner, a nice sword, and some kind of nice auto rifle with Vorpal weapon or something on it, you'll be set.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can't beat it.
Well, here's a question for you guys. Have you guys, either of you, tried the legendary Lost Sector yet?
I tried the very first day when I was like 962 light, and I was getting one shot by everything. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to come in here with a group.
Well, yeah. So I did it not knowing it was legendary. I was like, oh, cool, a new activity. Yeah. So I went in. I was like, oh my god, what did I just do to myself?
It's 1,000 light requirement.
Yeah, I did. I didn't realize that until I died, and it said recommended light 1,000. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm nowhere near there yet.
Yeah, maybe I can talk a few people into joining me and going in there. I'm sure everyone's kind of struggling.
975-ish, I think, right now.
Yeah.
So
I think it's just a numbers game. If you have numbers and you have, from what I heard, I was listening to somebody say if you have overload rounds in an auto, and you have what is it called, penetrating or what's the mod where you can go through their shield, wear them down.
Unstoppable. I don't know.
Unstoppable rounds. That's it.
I know it. Yeah, it procs unstoppable bullets. Yeah.
No, unstoppable is the one that stuns the overlords. Overload. It's the overload champions. But there's another one.
Okay, yeah.
There's another one where you can actually shoot
barrier?
through. But yeah, the anti-barrier rounds. Yeah, I think that's what they call them, barrier rounds. I think for this season on your season, your artifact, I think you can get it for sidearms and
auto rifles,
submachine guns. I don't think you can do it for auto rifles, can you?
Is it barrier or overload? I think you can get overload for auto rifles.
Overload, yes, I do have that on one of my new carbines, but I don't think you can get it for.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's just for auto rifles for barrier.
Right. Yeah, so for this season,
or not barrier
is on SMGs and a sidearm.
Yeah, so I thought
you get overload rounds on auto rifles and submachine guns.
Yep. Sounds about right.
And overload rounds for sidearm and hand cannons. So those are two different perks you can get.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then unstoppable for hand cannons. So hand cannons are the only ones that get unstoppable.
So what do you guys think? If you were to give it a grade this season so far, what would you guys give it? Mitchy, what would you give it?
Well, it's tough because it's great for the people who are really into trials, and I wasn't really ever one of those players. So right. I mean, the fact that they were able to get that back into the game for those for those people, then I'm gonna give it probably about a 7.
Okay.
Just because it is grindy like everything else, but that's what everyone else has been at.
Well, I mean, it's Destiny.
Grind.
You're gonna grind.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Destiny.
But it's the same stuff over and over again kind of grind, so it's kind of like it's hard,
It's true. Hazel, what would you give it, a 1 to 10?
Well, I mean, I want to say probably like the same number, but for a completely different reason. I mean, that's a 7 to me being optimistic.
Okay.
About the future of the season 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's plenty. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff that
it's
that we don't know about.
Let's make it clear. It's very early in the season, so we don't really know. And they're not really disclosing a whole lot of what's coming in the season. They talked about the Guardian games and stuff, but we don't really know anything about it. And who knows? There might be more story. I mean, I think every week we're probably gonna have some kind of next chapter for this, ship that's coming down on us, right? We've got to continue that story. That's the season, right?
Yeah.
We'll see. They'll probably bamboozle us at the end and move into another storyline, which is what they're great at.
Yeah.
They lead us along all season, and then like the last day of the season, it's something completely different.
I think
all of a sudden the Vex show up and
how's Aldrin
transport.
Oh God. I hope every reset they have like a little piece that they can, maybe one mission we have to do. That it goes towards. I think eventually, I saw in the trailer, we're going to be on that ship soon. I just don't know when. So I think every week
we're going to be on it, or
I saw Guardians on it. on the ship shooting stuff in the trailer. If you go back and look, you'll see I think you're pretty much running on that ship. I don't know. I hope so.
Huh.
I'm the optimist, right? So we'll have to see.
Slightly.
Yeah.
It's okay to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I
Well,
won't
hey,
make fun of you too much.
I give it. I'm a little more optimistic. If everything pans out like I think it is in this season, I'm going to give it an 8. But I'm a
6 out of 9.
I'm a Destiny fanboy. I'm going to always give it a pretty high grade. So, I mean, there's really no other game right now like Destiny. I know Division's nice. I know, Call of Duty's have all these new stuff out now, but I don't know, man. I always just keep coming back to Destiny. I can't help myself. It's just a game that really sticks, and I understand the game. I understand what they're trying to do, I guess, but
It's beautiful. It plays well. I understand it, man.
Yeah, it's just for chilling after work. It's such a great escape.
It has some of the best gunplay I think I've ever played. So it's hard to go away from that.
I agree, and I came from a Call of Duty background where the gunplay is very good there too. So yeah. All right, guys. Hey, I think I appreciate you sharing your views, and you know what? Time will tell. We'll see what happens next week. We'll see if anything unfolds, and I guess we'll comment from there when the season starts progressing. So
I'll be back next week to tell you my new score.
Excellent.
Cool.
Good deal.
An update on the Division. Yeah.
Well, I think we've got some Discord and Twitter questions to ask. Let's move on to that right after this. All right, boys and girls, it's that time of week. Twitter and Discord questions. This is where we get questions from our community and our listeners about our guest or about us, and we try to answer them the best we can. I mean, what can I say? We try to give a good answer, and I think we've got a couple, Hazel, for good old Mitchy tonight, don't we?
I believe so. One of them, for example, is from Arisen Phoenix. Why must, at Gator's 100th YouTube sub, always be slapping them Mitches? That's a bit aggressive.
Thanks for that question, man. That's awesome.
Yes.
What do you think there, Mitchyslaps?
Well, I'm not slapping Mitches. I am the Mitch that slaps. I am the one who slaps.
Gotcha.
That's awesome.
Gotcha.
I like that better than I'm the one who knocks. So yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, let's move on. We've got one from, we got a two-parter here from Elmer Fudd. Questions for, I'm just going to say Mitchyslaps. Number 1, why are you honestly one of the most genuine people I've met and are so lovable?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know. I just try to be myself, and it's really easy to keep myself around him.
I think he's blushing.
And maybe a little bit. A little grin. But
no.
I don't know. He's like one of those people you can get into a group chat and we'll stop gaming. It'll be like 1 o'clock in the morning. But we're in a Discord chat, literally just messing around with our soundboards and our voice changers for almost 2 hours sometimes. Just messing around.
So cool.
Yeah.
Well, you may not like him after this next question. He says, number 2, why can't you reload? You got to hear what's this about?
All right. So we were playing COD BR, right? The new Warzone. And we are Final 2, Final 3. And I drop down off a bridge and I kill a guy who's hiding. And I use my LMG for it. So I was like, well, my LMG, it takes 20 minutes to reload. So I switch over my submachine gun. Not remembering, I guess, that I used it 10 minutes prior because I was using my LMG so much. I ended up being it was just me and one other guy. And I have him, marked. I have 3 bullets in him, and then I stopped shooting. I'm like, what just happened? I looked down. I had to reload. I never reloaded my submachine gun after using it 10 minutes prior. So I learned a very valuable lesson that day.
That's the golden rule in Call of Duty is always reload.
I know. But it's one of those things where I think I got into a gunfight. I switched to my LMG, and I knocked the person down.
I got you.
And because my LMG has 100 ammo, I was like, this will be good for a while. Well, it lasted me till the end of the game. And I switched over to my SMG to finish off, that last guy, and it was a little too late.
There ought to be an animation where he looks at the gun and goes, "What the hell?" and just throws the gun at him.
I definitely looked down at my screen like, what just happened? Why am I not shooting? I was like, oh yeah, I'm out of bullets.
Nice.
So that was almost our first win, and it was, of course, it's a night that Fudd's streaming, so he has it on.
Oh, it's been
He has a
recorded.
video of it. Oh yeah, it's recorded. He's shared it. It's
Nice.
it's in his Discord. Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
yeah, it's that's why he asks.
Well,
That's
we have several questions from good old Uncle Scumdeath here.
Yes.
Hazel, dip your hand in the big basket and let's pull one out.
Big basket of scum death.
Yeah, big basket of Scumdeath.
Okay. What I'm going to go with is I'm going to go with the gimme. Question for the podcast. Can I thank everybody for the birthday wishes?
Well, it's funny you should ask because good old Uncle Scumdeath sent me a recording doing just that. And I'll put it right here.
Hello, and welcome to Scumdeath's Happy Birthday Thank You List Corner. I'd just like to say a big thank you to everybody who wished me a happy birthday. I played a gig that night, so I didn't see the Discord till the next day, and what you lot put up was overwhelming. And it made me feel quite emotional, actually. I'd just like to say thank you to all of you, and thanks for being here. Thank you for being my friends, and I will come and visit all of you one day. Thank you very much. I love you all. Cheers, guys and gals. Thank you. Love and peace. Goodbye.
All right. Thanks for that poignant message here, Uncle Scumdeath. We appreciate it, buddy. Always in our thoughts, man. Always in our
That's
thoughts.
great.
Let's see. I've got one here he asked that I wanted to answer. This is a really good question. He says, in the Crucible, I tend to just stand there and trade bullets with the enemies, and more often than not, I die. Are you this type of player, or are you more cautious and run when you know your gunfight is a lost cause? Love the show, guys. I'll start with you, Mitchy. What do you think?
I mean, I would recommend running away if you feel like you're going to lose the fight. Live to fight another day,
Yeah.
But I'm the stubborn player who also tries to beat them, even though I know I'm low on health.
What do you think, Hazel?
I'm the type where I used to be that way, where I would stand there and just completely duke it out. But I've gotten a little bit better at disengaging and running away.
Knowing when to fold them, right?
Yeah.
I had this is probably the one thing I had to learn playing Call of Duty, and it's an easy habit to forget. Strafe, strafe, strafe. Have your mobility a little high. Have it above 5 if you can when you play Crucible. And when you aim down your sights, if you have a perk on your rifle called Moving Target, it makes you strafe even faster and even makes your targets more sticky. Good perk to have on a rifle, by the way, pro tip. But the one thing I've gotten better at as I've played through the years of Crucible and Destiny is knowing when to look around, get off your sights, look around, where the hell is my team? And if you have 4 red bars running at you and you're on your mini map and there's no one around, fucking run. Quit shooting, grab your gun, put your tail between your legs, and go find your team. That is a one skill that if you can master that and practice and get really good at it, that's where all the elite players, that's what they do. They know when they're in a bad situation and they just avoid it. They get out of it. They have that recognition to know they're in that spot and they're separated from their team. And in trials, it's so important to stay together with your team because they have to res you if you die. And if there's one person all by himself in trials, they're going to feed on you. If they have half of intelligence playing Crucible, they're going to go for you first. So yeah, that I used to do it all the time. I used to stand there flat-footed, trying to outshoot and out-aim, and you just have to have kind of a mix of it. A little bit of both. You got to kind of strafe, try to make them miss, and then just have some recognition to know when you're going to lose this fight and just you need to make it better for yourself. That's a great question. It's a great question. I just wanted to mention, too, that there was a new podcast from DCP this week by Fallout Plays, Drewski, Mercules, which we know from the he has his own podcast. And who was the other guest? Oh, Cool Guy. These are all my favorite streamers, and I think he said that Kami Cakes is going to be on in future episodes, but I don't know how often they're going to have these out, but it's so good to have a Crucible podcast out again. I know Crucible Radio's gone, and there's really no good Crucible podcasts out there. That's the reason why I was releasing all these little Crucible bits, because I figured, let's talk Crucible, I love talking Crucible. And these guys, of course, they know their shit. They know everything. They were talking about hand cannons in this episode and all the different perks and stuff, all geeking out over all the different things for the sandbox and stuff. And it's called Firing Range. So if you're already tuned in to DCP Live, it should be in their normal feed. So I just want to mention that while we got Crucible on the mind here. So, okay. Hazel, let's pick another one.
Okay. How about we go with Uncle Scumdeath? Will you be buying the new consoles on day one, or will you wait a while? Love the show, guys.
I don't know. It sounds like I don't really need to get the Xbox because Microsoft is really good at releasing a lot of the games on PC, and I think that's the way they're going with the new console as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I might skip the Xbox and go for the PlayStation. We'll see.
What are you going to do, Hazel?
I'm gonna wait. I mean, because it's sort of like the consensus, it seems, is that everybody is not going to be releasing like premium content right away.
Mm.
So I think like one thing I think said the Xbox isn't releasing any like first party like new games until like next year. So I just think that that's a long time to wait, and if they're going to wait that long, then hey, damn it, I can wait that long too.
I think
Let the dust settle.
Yeah, I think Xbox, their game plan is play anywhere. They just want you playing their on their network, whether it's on PC or the cloud gaming that they have, which I heard is working really well right now. It's not out for everybody yet, but
Yeah, I'm in the beta. I really like it.
is there? How's the latency? That's the first thing everybody asks you, right? How's the latency?
So, I did a couple strikes on I have my little Samsung Galaxy tablet, and
Okay.
I Bluetooth connected my Elite 2 controller.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I didn't really notice too many hiccups. Granted, it is beta, so like when I did see things, I didn't really put too much into it because it was already, not to smack talk, but like it was already like better than Stadia. And I was on Stadia for the first 3 months, and I refused to pay for it. And because it was like really I had a hard time because like I like finding new ways to game,
Right.
because like when my stepson's home, like he has first dibs on the computer, so
Sure.
it's one of those things where like I would like mobile gaming, like being able to play the games I already own somewhere. So I was like, oh, I'll use the 3 months to play Destiny on Stadia, and it was unplayable most of the time. For a full
Why was
release,
that?
it wasn't even beta. It was just like the latency issues for that was terrible. Playing online, like PvP, was near impossible.
Oh, that's too bad.
And I was hardwired, like I was Ethernet hardwired,
Yeah.
and it was just it was ridiculous how bad it could be for something that's full release. But
I don't know what Google was thinking releasing that early. I don't know.
But NVIDIA GeForce Now has got it right.
I've heard about
It's
it.
your content you already own.
Mm-hmm.
It's $5 a month, or free. But it's $5 a month if you want to have unlimited game time. It's worth the $5 a month if you don't have access to your computer all the time.
So whatever you have like downloaded on Steam, you can use on their service.
Yeah. So you have access to Steam. I'm pretty sure. I think Blizzard and Activision. I think they bowed out like literally on launch day. But other than that, I mean, I think you can play Apex. You can play, because that's Origin, so I think you can access some Origin games.
Okay.
But yeah, some of the games are streamlined for GeForce Now,
Wow.
so it's really nice to just be able to.
Are you using it on your Samsung tablet?
That I can't. You actually do have to meet specific requirements for power output.
Okay.
And I don't have that powerful of a tablet.
Okay.
It works for Xbox, but not. But I have the Shield TV.
Okay.
That's what I initially got because GeForce was in beta. And my stepson was playing a lot of Fortnite, so I mean, I'm gonna let him play his games because he's only up until like 8:30
Sure.
on school nights, 10 on weeknights. So I want him to be able to enjoy the computer while he's with us. So I didn't want to take that from him. So I just I'll just grab the Shield. I plug it into the TV. I can do a controller. I can do mouse and keyboard because it has USBs. It's hardwired Ethernet, and it's got a great connection.
Nice. I'll have to check that out. I don't know if I have I've got an iPad too, I think. I don't know if mine's even going to be strong enough either.
Yeah, like if you can't, I don't think it's on Apple yet.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, I initially bought my Galaxy to read comic books because I was just getting into reading comic books at 30. And, because I just never did growing up. Yeah, it was great for that. Yeah, nice. So I paid like $80 for it, and it did its job for reading comics, and it can do Xbox beta.
I think Xbox is going to take over the world soon. I really do. I mean, if their cloud gaming does what it's supposed to do, I think there'll be a lot of people playing on it.
Yeah, xCloud was really fun. But I hope that because they're playing catch up to PlayStation right now, they're trying to get to number one again. I hope they don't lose that when they get to number one. Right. If they do,
Yeah, get complacent. I got you.
Yeah, I hope they don't. If they keep doing what they're doing, I think they're going to be great for a long time.
Yeah. Well, my answer to that question is definitely PS5. I'm a big Sony fanboy. I love all their content, and let's face it, most of my friends are on PlayStation. So here's the problem, though. Here's the problem with this, Corona thing going around. I think production is going to be way down. I think there's going to be a very limited amount of consoles come fall, and I think maybe they'll have a second generation release in like late spring once they can get production caught back up. Because China's hurting right now, and I think it's rippling to all industries, especially industries that have to deal with tech. And
aren't they having an issue with RAM? I thought they were saying that they're basically going to be making the system almost at cost.
Oh, they never really
take a loss.
That's every console.
Yeah, I think so. I think they just want to get the console in your hands, and then they make the money on their games,
make the money,
or their online fees. That we pay PlayStation now too.
Yeah, because I think it was like $460 to make a console or something like that, and they're selling them for what, $499?
Yeah, but they're doing volume. They're in for the long haul on that, and face it.
Yeah, sure.
They're going to get at least 5 or 6 years out of a generation of consoles. So. The one they sell, that's 5 or 6 years of loyal fans that are going to pay, annual prices for online just to play online. And then I used to be free. Now, of course, we have to pay like everybody else. And, all their games, all the licensing fees and stuff for all their games and stuff, they'll make their money back. I'm not worried about Sony. They'll figure it out.
Oh, sure.
But I'll go there first. I'm
not worried about them either. Yeah.
I mean, I've got Destiny on PC on a pretty good hefty gaming console or gaming PC now, so I really have no need to go to PS5. But if a bunch of my friends are switching over to it, and that's the one thing it's hardest for me, especially like with Trials coming up, is Warcry and a lot of my friends play on PS4 from my old Crucible days, and it's really hard from going 60 almost 4K to like 30 frames.
It's tough.
FOV being like cut in half, and it feels like the game is literally lagging the whole time you play it. It takes probably a good 4 or 5 Crucible matches for my eyes to even adjust to it, and to get my balance and get my coordination. And once it happens, I'm good. Yeah. So they're probably going to go 60 frames, at least 1440 probably on the new consoles. They haven't specified yet, but I'm sure. I think being that Destiny's already made the UI changes to a lot of the consoles, I think they're already gearing up toward basically porting the PC version to these new consoles, or at least some part of it. So yeah, I mean, if I can get a hold of one this fall, yes, but drink of water there. But I've been talking way too much today. Including tonight. But yeah, I'll probably wait if I have to. I'm not going to go crazy to get one. I mean, I already have like I said, I already got a PC. So,
Well,
Okay.
you're gonna play on his Destiny anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Let's see. Let's pick. I'm going to pick one, and you pick one, Hazel. We'll call it a
All
night.
right.
I'm going to pick. Okay. Well, we kind of talked about this. So he says, "Hi guys. Do you think this coronavirus in China is going to affect the building of the new consoles with the whole country on lockdown? I believe that a lot of the companies are going to, are being made in China." I think we just talked about this, and so I'm not going to count this as a question. I mean, we just kind of talked about that just a few seconds ago. So I'm going to pick another question. He says, I'm a bit of a scruffy bastard and never wear nice clothes. When was the last time you dressed to impress? Mitchy?
I went to my anniversary dinner tonight, so I kind of dressed tonight. Yeah, my 1-year wedding anniversary was Monday, and the venue where we got married offers a 1-year anniversary dinner, so we went tonight.
Okay.
And
Very
it's at
cool.
a nice place, so it's like a country club, so we had to dress up to go. But other than that, I really don't dress up at all.
Hazel?
Nice. For me, I pretty much will dress up for work most days. So not like a tie and that kind of thing, just a khakis and a button-down shirt kind of thing. But aside from that, though, last time I really dressed up was job interviews, my wedding, so that kind of thing.
Yeah, for me, it was, I guess the last time I dressed up was probably my daughter's graduation from high school. It's been a few years. I'm live in Florida. I'm a shorts and t-shirt and, button down,
Tommy Bahama's dressed up, right?
Exactly. Tommy Bahama. That's me. I'm the atypical Floridian. So I'm all about loose clothes and feeling free and that kind of stuff. So, you said there was a question about your Twitter handle. I'm looking for it here. Is it from Twitter?
No, it was in the Discord. It was like the first question, I think.
Really? How did we not pin
Yeah.
that one? We forget to pin it?
Oh, you know what? Maybe they deleted it.
Oh, it was about
Was it
your
Nips?
Because someone asked me about. Oh man,
I thought Nips put one in here.
I thought he did too.
Yeah, he asked. He mentioned something about my Twitter handle, because that was a topic of conversation when I was on Potato Thumbs, I think.
Oh.
You said you had an answer prepared?
Yes, I do.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5.
So that's why I laughed. Was it yesterday or the other day? Like you said, I plead the fifth in the group chat, and I was just like, yes. I set up that soundboard just for that.
Very cool, man.
That's awesome.
That's an awesome soundboard. All right, Hazel. Why don't you ask the last one here?
I have a question for @Gator. Seeing as though you live in a hot climate, do you prefer holidays in colder climates? And I'll extend that out to, us. We're so Mitchy and myself.
Sure. I know my wife loves to have Christmas in a colder area. We've done it a couple times, but not really. I mean, we have so much family here in Florida all around us, so it's really tough to do like a traveling Christmas. So I guess I'd like it. I'd love to go somewhere where there's snow and, have a campfire and, a nice fire going outside or something. But unfortunately, because all my family's here in Florida, it doesn't happen enough.
Fair enough. I'm from northern New York, so I've only known cold holidays.
Exactly.
Literally 3 feet of snow, 4 feet of snow. So this winter was really weird because I think it snowed in PA maybe a total of 3 times. Where me and Justin, JC Jesse live. So it's like
Right.
we maybe got snow 3 times.
Gotcha.
So it was really weird. It was a weird Christmas. If it didn't I walked out the door to go to my in-laws, and I think I was wearing just like wind pants and a t-shirt. and it was middle of December. I was not prepared for that.
Hazel?
Wow. Well, my wife and I we'll always talk about going somewhere, like somewhere warm because we're in Ohio, so we're always talking about it. And it's like, well, let's do it this time. Let's do it this time. And it's like, it's just not fucking worth it just to put up with people. So, because the place we'd like to go to or something like that would probably be like, we'd end up going to Florida and then we think about that and we're like, there's too many people. And so we want to go somewhere warm where, there's nobody, I guess.
You just do the opposite.
So
you go to somewhere warmer. I got you.
So yeah, exactly.
I'm such an old fuddy-duddy when it comes to vacations. My wife loves to go on vacation. And I'm like, all I can think about is how much money per day I'm going to spend in food, lodging, gas, rental car. That's all I can think about. It's almost like I can't even have fun when I'm on vacation anymore. I'm so worried about what things cost. But I'm getting a little better. But hey, guys. Hey, great questions. Thanks for submitting them. And if we didn't answer yours, Uncle Scum Death, we'll finish up the ones you did ask next week. And we do appreciate everyone who does send us questions. And like I said, it's podcast questions, hashtag podcast questions in our Discord here, Guardian Downcast. If you do want to leave us a question, put it there. I try to send an announcement out every week to let everybody know who's going to be on the show so they can ask a question as well. Let's move on to our songs from our Spotify playlist. And, this is just a little sprinkling of what the two of us and our guests like to listen to. And we invite you to listen to it as well. Just search for Guardian Downcast playlist on Spotify. And now you can find all that on iTunes as well. Very same playlist name. I'll post links, of course, in all of our show notes. If you want to one-click them and go right to them and follow them, it'd be awesome. Mitchy, why don't you go first, man?
Sure. So a couple weeks ago, in the middle of February, Ozzy Osbourne came out with a single with Post Malone. It's called This Is a Raid, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it. So it reminded me of their first collaboration called Take What You Want. It's Post Malone featuring Ozzy Osbourne and Travis Barker. It's a very different mashup of two very different, different but similar genres in a sense. But like I would never expect Post Malone and Ozzy Osbourne to team up.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I just really enjoyed that song. And then the other song I chose was it's called From Can to Can't, and it's this giant group of artists that came together. And this song is called From Can to Can't, and it's Corey Taylor, David Grohl, Rick Nielsen, and Scott Reeder. And what is even better than the actual song is if you watch the video of them making the song together. It's like a 10-minute video on YouTube, and it's just amazing. But it's just a really good song because I'm in love with Corey Taylor's voice in anything he does.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's
Hazel.
awesome.
Hazel, what do you got, man?
All right. Well, full disclosure, I actually got my picks in second.
I about fell out of my chair.
Yeah, well, I fucking forgot what they all were, so I had to pull them back up because it's been so long. So for me, first song was The Violence, and it's by Asking Alexandria. Just like a nice little rock song. Working out to it, just very, very good. Just kind of put on some headphones, just zone out, and just lift, go from there. And then the second song is Sweet Child of Mine by Raymond Jawadi. And it's from Westworld Season 3, because that's dropping on Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for that. I almost forgot.
Yes.
That took the place of Outsider.
Ah, yes.
That's why they're wrapping it up. Very good, man. You always have good picks. I always like your picks. My first pick, I just feel a little nostalgic this week. I don't know what it is. But anyway, this was on one of my lists I want to add, and all playlists got to have this song in it. This is off this artist's second album, which was self-titled. It's from 1969, It's David Bowie and Space Oddity. But I'm choosing not his original mix. His original mixer, producer, put together a 2019 mix, which makes it a little bit more current. And he put a little excerpt and explained why he was doing it and everything. But man, it sounds really crisp. It sounds really good. So I'll put that one in there. And you know what? I had another pick tonight all set up. It was going to be another nostalgic song from 1979. But damn it, you got me thinking of Eminem. Screw it. I'm putting it in there. We don't have enough rap in this playlist. So
Nice.
from the 2020 album, Music to Be Murdered By, it's Eminem with Godzilla. And
I like it.
God, you just got thinking of that song. I was
Probably should.
like, yeah, got to put that one in there. So good deal, guys. I think we have completed a show. I think this is in the can. I think we're good. Well, let me ask you this, Mitch. Thank you again, by the way, for coming on tonight.
Well, thank you so much for
Yes.
having me.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's so cool to invite people from our community to talk about themselves and get to know more about them. And speaking of that, where can everybody find you?
So most of anywhere I play, it's Mitchyslaps. On Twitter, it's Money Over Mitches. If I ever decide to stream again, it's twitch.tv/Money Over Mitches. But yeah, that's where you can find me. Or at twitch.tv/ElmerFudd Games. You can probably hear my voice anytime he's on.
That's cool.
All
Good deal. Hazel?
right. Hazelnut. Hazelnt.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, sorry. I hit the wrong one. I meant to
It's
Well-
still applicable. I'll take it.
Great comeback. You can contact me via the Twitter at Todd the Gator. You can also find me on YouTube, Steam, and PS4 as Gator, all caps, GATR _ in between, Gator space GDC on Xbox. I have a YouTube channel as well, post Destiny game vids mostly, and I will be posting some new stuff from Trial. So if you want to see an old man really stumble and get murdered by a bunch of younger people, then that might be the place to tune in. And with our 100th YouTube episode, our 100 YouTube sub here, I'm sure he'll be tuning in. We'll be posting our shows to this channel in the future. Just wanted to let you know. So it'll be another place you can listen to us. We'll probably have some gameplay in the background while the podcast goes on, but we do plan to put that in place soon. You can find our podcast here on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, Stitcher. I still like Podcast Addict. It's a really nice app. Anywhere you get your podcast, though, you can find us. You can email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, and we're on Twitter at guardian_D_cast. For questions, you can DM us, whatever you want to talk to us about. We're there. We have a fantastic Discord as well. Just search for Guardian Downcast, and I'll post a permanent invite link in our show notes if you want to join. Really cool hang. I know a lot of people don't do Discord, but it's a really cool place to just shoot the shit, talk and laugh and have fun. Thank you all so very much for listening tonight. And later, Guardian.
Toddles.
Okay, bye.
What's involved exactly when you say you deal with dementia care? Man, you have to be really patient to do that kind of work, I bet.
Yeah, so I actually kind of got burned out after about 2.5 years of doing it. So I asked to switch units. Because you see the same people over and over and over, but they barely recognize you, and they ask you where their family is and all that stuff. So I'm a therapist. So, I try to do my regular therapy duties with them.
Right.
Get them walking, get them strong, keep them strong, things like that. But it's really tough because
Yeah.
like when they decline, it's really not like a slow decline. It's very rapid sometimes, and it's kind of scary and it's kind of like heartbreaking.
Yeah, I bet.
And they,
man.
you know, tell you to distance yourself in the healthcare community, but like you're literally going to these people's, you know, it's their house. You
Dude,
go to their home.
you're a
every
human
day.
being. Of course, you're going to connect with
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, so it got really tough up there. So I moved down to the short-term unit, and I treat more people that are there to go home.
Gotcha.
But like I told my boss, I was like, I have no problem going back up there to see people. Like if you need me to treat up there, it's just
Right.
I can't spend 8 to 10 hours a day up there.
Yeah.
It's just getting too much after like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be a rough job, man. I got to thinking about that.
Yeah, it was fun. Like we do a lot of group stuff.
Yeah.
Try to keep them active and keep their minds off of, you know,
Sure.
kind of a lot of people trying to like find their way home, not realizing that this is their home.
Man.
Don't realize that their families had to bring them here because they just couldn't take care of them anymore. Sometimes they just don't understand that.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, or they forget.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bum everybody out. I was just curious.
No, you're good,
what
man.
you did.
It's
I
just-
mean,
Yeah.
I yeah, we didn't talk a whole lot about it in the interview. I was just curious.
Yeah, but like we try to make sure that they leave fulfilling lives still, and
Yeah.
you know,
That's all you
a lot
can
of
do, man.
activities. Try to make sure that they're happy and comfortable and things like that. So
Well, that's where your training comes in, you know? You know
Yeah.
how to deal with it. Nice job, man.
that was fun.
I thought you were gonna throw a soundbite in there at the last.
I was too. I was like,
I
was
gave you
thinking-
I gave you some airtime. I was like, maybe I'll throw
I
one
was
in.
thinking about. I don't know. I didn't know what to end with. I had like,
Thank you!